The 2015 animated movie.
The wolf, listen.
If you'll allow it.
If you allow it, I like to skin the wolf's head and place it on Sir Thomas to disguise him poorly as not a cow.
You're just making him wear stinky skin.
Like a mask. Like a mask. Mask off. Look at mask off. Yeah, like that. It's so close.
It's a were-cow. Okay. You can certainly try. We're gonna go ahead and leave you cheerfully peeling the face off of this dead wolf. So that you can stick it on your cow's head. And I'm gonna just drop that mental image with everybody.
That I would be among a band of misfits. Unfortunately, I missed that train, but I'm here now. On an adventure. My abilities include licking my butt and stretching. That's all.
You will come in most handy.
I don't need hands to do that.
You want some Zaza?
What's a Zaza?
I mean, when
How
we
does that
say the
work?
pants are tight, the thing is, like, how, like, I'm thinking about, like, the materials that would be used to make pants and how tight they physically could be. And can we just turn him upside down and
Let the problem sort itself
You know.
out.
let gravity do its job? Because, like, in a world without elastic, pants can only be so tight and still, like, let you walk.
That's wise.
I watch too much YouTube about historical clothing.
It is Paramir, and the pants are pretty tight.
Oh my
But, like-
god. Do not type lead pants into Google. You are not going to get a search that is going to be my goodness, that's a big thing. Jeez.
Well, now I want to.
You're underneath, you know, wrench, screwdriver, acetylene torch. And you managed to disconnect. Now you're gonna have to get it over all these traps and pits and stuff. But on the other hand, you have a flying barbarian.
You have a flying
Yep,
sword.
flying barbarian. Oh, that's exactly how we're going to implement the ballista, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I thought you were gonna attach it to the ship, but no.
No.
I
Oh,
am
Valkyrie
this ship,
style.
baby.
Oh yeah.
Airstrike. Yeah, you tricked the host.
We're gonna roll into Avernus, and we're not gonna actually have any kind of like doom buggy. We're all gonna be riding on top of just Crozet floating around riding a ballista.
How did you get a blip? No, it's just a flying door.
Fly me close up. I want to hit them with my sword.
Who are we?
The companions of the Crimson Chain. All right.
It's more about what we're going to accomplish. I think this is, it's beyond just me. I'll be okay.
It is
And-
beyond us.
Taps Mason's shoulder and, well, our last friend died, but I'll make sure you don't.
I lost 2 friends.
Oh, sorry, 2. Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
I'm
But you're
going
different.
to.
You're built different.
I'm gonna take that as it was supposed to be comforting. So thank you, Garnet.
Alex melts away and vanishes, replaced by Cyrus.
In handcuffs?
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
You're taking a pen.
He
Except that his eyes are wrong. They're filled with piercing blue light.
Oh damn, this room is about to get good.
got blue eyes too.
Oh, that's so
looks out after the fleeing scientist. Abby, go. And then you go over. He's gonna touch the back of the doctor's head with his symbiote hand, and then his hand is going to transform into the doctor's hand, and he's going to put it on the orb.
Oh. Yeah, baby.
What does that do?
Something that gnomes didn't expect.
That's a great question.
17.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. This probably isn't going to be a big deal. Where my unarmed strikes go? Oh well.
This is where I get power word killed.
Oh,
1/9
no.
spell.
He's not a wizard anymore. He's a single-celled amoeba that's just gonna try to grab you. Oh my god, natural 20. Yeah, you get shoved into his pocket. You get shoved into John's bag of holding. Gone.
Not again! Twice in one day!
Think so.
Oh my god! It's hot! Oh, I'm gonna stop you so. Oh, it's so hot! I don't like this at all!
Genuinely scared.
Genuinely what?
Scared.
My apologies.
So it's just this guy trying to be summoned.
He's trying to summon himself.
I will go have my shadows teabag the teleportation zone. Proceed to teabag.
I need you
in
to
an
roll,
effort to taunt.
I need you to roll a persuasion check to convince the Phoenix Knights not to immediately smite the hell beast that you're riding on.
The horse I'm on? Well, it's because I'm riding the horse. They need to be persuaded not to
Yeah,
dismount
because
me?
it's evil. It's a fiend. It's in league with the Infernals. It is an abomination that must be purged.
But it's just a baby.
A malevolent. It's not a baby. As it as it paws at the crushed skulls of the devils.
Eats the corpse of its former rider.
The two Phoenix Knights sort of look at each other.
It's fine.
And they're going to steel themselves against the malevolent force attempting to ride. They're assassins. They're basically ninjas, you know? Dexterity is what they're good at. That said, they don't have evasion. They all take the damage in the face. They're all significantly weakened. And you blow a hole in the side of the tent, and Untermaler is going to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Oops. He's
oh, these
fine.
damn kids and their fireballs.
He's fine.
Back in my day, you did 5 minutes of trigonometry to make sure no one was in the blast radius.
Well, you guys didn't teach me that. I was born this way, so.
Garnet said like high five against slay queen.
Yeah, slay. Actually, slay them.
All right. So he's just standing there minding his own goddamn business when a giant fireball goes off and singes him for 21 points of damage.
Oh, we're gonna grind your bones to dust and then we'll lick it with our tongue. And every time we put you in the oven, we're gonna make it grow and get so yummy. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be tasty, just like we should. You're gonna die.
They call out to her in Draconic, and she responds.
Wait, do I also see Sventisco for a brief second through the orb?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
No, you just see this guard walk out.
What do they say to her?
You been there the entire time? No. And she got a natural 1, and she says, Sventisco. I mean, no.
She says her own name like a Pokemon.
Yes.
Oh no.
I need everybody in the room to roll for initiative.
Oh.
Damn, that's so
Monty, your
rough.
girlfriend. Shit.
That's, you know, she got a natural 1. I decided she just freaking panicked.
She's trying her best, okay?
And she rolled a 2
Don't
on the
make fun of
initiative,
her.
so she sits there like an idiot. Small girls, just checking.
No, grown men can lift the sword, Garnet.
Well,
Would you
I
like to
could
try?
eat a soul. I could eat a soul like a snack.
I'm more thinking practical terms about swinging this fucking massive sword.
Well, what if
And
it turns them
honestly,
evil?
I'm sorry, but
Evil
your
Chad?
arms are small and noodly.
Excuse Mantra, my arms are not noodly.
Macho comes walking
Minus
back
2 strength.
from the meeting. He's like, what did I just walk in on?
Oh, Macho isn't here.
Huge
Oh, my God.
infernal sword.
Yeah, you open the door. The sword is just like covered with evil runes on the floor on a plate, and you just see Garnet going.
My arms are noodly, right?
Do you
Right,
think
yo.
you live that Zweihander?
Yeah, you try it.
Your arms aren't noodly, but that thing is pretty big.
And evil.
And apparently evil. What is that?
Hi.
Okay, describe this devil's fate at the claws of Slobber Chops.
He gets like whipped around, lands on his head, still like conscious and alive. Slobs just starts like going at his ass, just like and just disembowels him.
Oh.
Like I imagine the camera pans away and you hear a sound like a wood chipper. Attention denizens of Earth. Due to your failure to meet our demands, we are unleashing episode 166 of Book of Dawn Ioth Academy. If you continue to flout us, the show will carry on. Welcome everybody. I'm tormented by gnomes. I live here. And I am joined today by my fantastic crew. We got Crowan, Leg Day, and Lemon Kiwi. Crowan, how's it going?
It's pretty good. Chilling. Just playing a little fun little party MOBA game called Bap Bap. It's really fun if you got a group of friends, so recommend it.
Oh.
It's free. Plug.
BAP, BIP.
Bap Bap. BAP BAP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Check it out.
Yeah, no lie. It's just fun.
When you say it's free, it reminds me of an old penny arcade when League of Legends was new, where the two guys are sitting in the park and they're like, League of Legends is good. It is good, and it's free. It's so free. Beat panel. How much have you spent on League of Legends? I have spent $5,000.
Free, they say.
Legs, how's it going?
Interested in Bat now. I love MOBAs, but I hate League. I liked Heroes of the Storm back when that was alive.
R.I.P.
Anything to avoid League, you know. So maybe Bat is one for me.
One moment, I forgot to blast the Discord. The Discord has been blasted. Lemon Kiwi, what's new with you?
Nothing. I don't know.
Cool. The horrors
life?
persist, but so do we.
Yeah. It's inevitable.
Design is inexorable. When last we left our heroes in their 6th year at Ioth Academy, the greatest institution of magical learning in the 4 kingdoms of Anakra, Garnet's birthday was coming up. And Athalor, what you effectively missed last time is that an ominous bleak omen hangs over the land. Everybody who's a diviner or anything like that is just turning up like anytime they consult the bones, it's bad omens. It's never a weal omen. It's always a woe omen. The sage left to go to one of the Dokelfar grottos because all the humans and mortals who were sleeping there to be used as windows into dreams started screaming and sleepwalking, and she had to go deal with it. Terra Nimbus attacked. They fought them off. These guys helped.
Wait, attacked the academy?
Not directly. They raided the outlying lands. It was an attempt to capture people, to conscript them into the Knights of Terra Nimbus, take food, take money, etc. It was a raid, not a full-fledged. Yep. There's riot in the Brass Dragon tribe of Kanar. Marasan came to visit for a bit. That was the episode before. Nenri, you remember that army of gnolls that was near Nenri?
Yeah.
Nenri defeated them, but Tillabek intervened, so it was extremely costly. Not in terms of troops, but in terms of war magic.
Actual thanks Tillabek moment.
Right? Weird that. Riots broke out in Menegistu, and I think that's everything that's happened so far.
Okay.
It's just bad stuff is happening all over the world, as far as you know. What did Athlor spend the last 10 days doing?
That's a great question. I probably should have pondered prior to having been asked it.
You let me know later. It's fine. I'm adding that to my list. So what was Athlor doing? We ended on the 10th because the 11th is the Calor's feast day. The feast of the prophet Calor, who is the founder of Brontha. It's a relatively big deal throughout all Bronthans, obviously. And it's 4 days before Zalar's High Holy Day, which is also Garnet's birthday, which is also the anniversary of the first, second, and third miracle. Traditionally, Zalarians spend the next 4 days burning incense each day as an offering. And in the actual city, the priest king leads these big processions throughout the whole city every single day, sweeping incense around to like purify and cleanse everything and bless everything. You, however, are not there. You're still in Ioth Academy. And the one last thing, I had a note in here that only Athlor would have heard about this because he's the one who keeps up most with current events. You hear word of destroyer worshippers rioting and causing chaos in Araweka, which is where that copper dragon was heading. So that's all. That's what's happened so
I figure
far.
what Athlor was doing probably if it was a Terra Nimbus attack, that he was probably helping staffing with sphere maintenance, given what happened last time, and how we can re-die off stuff.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, they didn't even attack the sphere. Didn't get anywhere near it. But you were on standby to do so. Quill ready, good to go. The Garnet has been invited back for her birthday, but as all three of you are well known to Priest King Pothinus and several other important people in Brontha, and Athlor was kind of reborn there. All three of you are invited for the festival of the Holy Day of Zalar. That's in 5 days. No, 4 days now. 4 days now. So you have that much time, and as I keep saying, when you're ready to proceed, just go ahead and ready up and I'll move to that scene. Otherwise, you have a few days to spend as you will.
Quick question. Remind me, so the first miracle was what? Like, can you remind me what the miracles were again?
Yes. The first miracle was when Calor the prophet came out of the desert before Brontha existed. They were being attacked by Raveners. Calor came out of the desert, prayed and burned incense, led all the people in prayer for 4 days and 4 nights. And on the dawn of the 5th day, the sign of the Phoenix wiped out the Tilibekian armies and turned all the areas outside, which would eventually become the battlefields in front of Brontha, into molten glass. So that was the day that the people who would become Brontha were saved by Zalar, consecrated themselves to Zalar, and effectively became Brontha.
Okay.
There are people who worshipped Zalar. They're all over the world, not just in Brontha, and a lot of them are very different in the way that they have their relationship with the sun god. But Calor is sort of the founder not only of Brontha, but of this particular, the Calorian rite, this particular way of worship, this particular religion. And the first miracle is what initiated that.
Second was Garnet's birth.
Correct. On the same day.
And then third was when Zalar came and helped with the Knights of Tyrannibus.
Zalar drove out the spirits of Anachronus that was possessing all the machines in Ioth Academy. You asked for help.
Oh yeah, right. Cool.
Any injuries from the party's excursion?
I think you came back fine, right? Were you at all beat up in that fight?
We came back okay. It's just the one Dune Rider rip.
Oh,
that was it.
Sven got kind of mega stabbed, but
Sven got stabbed.
That is
like
true.
gutted actually.
That is true.
She got better.
It was like what the effect was like. She got stabbed, and then it was so bad that
Internal
she was
bleeding.
taking damage
She had internal
every turn,
bleeding for
right?
several turns. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
god. Did the Doom Rider die because Mantra like had to make a choice between Sventisco and the Doom Rider, or
If only it was that epic of a moment.
Oh.
Instead,
Hey, it was an epic
Tunnel
moment, just a different
vision.
kind of epic.
Tunnel Vision's OP. Or Mantra at the Knights of Terra Nimbus.
I assume you killed a lot of them.
Only, yeah. Well, hit a lot of them. Killed some of them. Yeah.
I imagine a lot of life training happened.
Yeah, chat even summoned red caps,
That's
and
true.
we beat the shit out of them too. We also convinced them like, hey, look, snacks, and they kind of helped us a little bit, and then we fried them too. But
They basically third-partied the whole engagement.
Yeah.
I mean, they just love a little bit of carnage, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So is Mantra on like bed duty for Sventisco, or is she like fully healed?
She gets potions like immediately upon returning. She's gonna have pain for a few days, like soreness and such. But she's okay. She's toughing it out.
Okay.
Hopefully this
Athol
doesn't
just
give her hot
checks
girl
on you
tummy
guys when you come back in, and he's like, I guess Sventisco being rushed off to a medical center. I take it you won since you're all alive?
how was your sphere babysitting? What were you doing?
I
couldn't find you. We had to kind of rush off.
Yeah, everyone had really gone to help when they found me, so they just put me on duty in case Angry Stormfather decided to once again try and smite our sphere with a big lightning bolt. But didn't happen. Looks like you guys didn't even need me. You popped off just with the wardens?
Yeah.
All you needed?
Yeah, a few battle mages. Yeah.
Color me impressed. Was
I guess
Untamala
she's
there?
as like Athalor's talking, she kind of is like giving an eye to Athalor and subtly nodding her head towards like Mason that his like he's like asking all these questions about it, and I'm just like, read the room in a bad way, but I'm gesturing that Mason like take a look at Mason as he's I imagine maybe still bummed about
Inside check on Mason because Athalor loves talking about battles.
Yeah, it's probably pretty obvious.
Let's call this an over 10. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
It's fairly obvious. All right. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah. Just make sure you're seen to, yeah? Healing potions all around? All good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I guess dinner?
yeah, you guys hungry? And then small talk away until next scene, I guess.
Yeah, I'm about to say like, yeah, I'll catch up with you guys, and like we'll go off with like Sven, I guess, to the medical center, and then.
Why does he look so bummed?
He felt like he could. Wait, Mantra left, right?
Yeah.
He felt like he could have saved someone if he had made a different decision. But I was trying to hype him up. I thought he shot really well, and man, I thought he fought extremely well, but best I've ever seen. But he's very upset over that loss and puts it on himself.
I mean, I guess it happens to all of us. It's happened to you and me both before. No matter how many of these we fight in, it feels like every loss still weighs. I guess that's how we know we're fighting for the right side, right?
Yeah. They were all very grateful for us, so I was trying to cheer him up, but it's something he has to deal with, I guess.
Well, I guess Mantra's not really been doing this as long. It feels like a long time. But I guess Mantra was a little bit more insulated to all of the tragedy for the first 4 or 5 years, basically. So probably just still stings a lot more. What about you? You're good with
That was fun, yeah.
everything?
I think it was great. Yeah, the armor's still working out great, and tried this new move where I kind of
A new move?
create this zone. Yeah, it's like an explosion, and they all seem to mentally think that they're falling or dying or something, and they go all crazy. I don't know, but it was great. And then Mason teleported me in, and it was so cool. And she goes over like some small stupid details, but maybe we should stop bringing Sven to these fights. I love her. I think she looks great. She's great at fighting.
She looks great, and like you just glance over while she's playing, like, yeah, good choice.
I mean, yeah, she's great at fighting.
Is she?
Well, yeah, she kissed one of the enemies randomly, and I guess it did damage.
What do they look? Do they look like Mantra, or?
I don't know. They just kind of swing that way. I don't know.
Did you feel jealous?
No. It's the fact that I think there was some acid going on. Not the fun kind. Like the one on her, something on her lips made it do. It hurt them. I don't know, but she got kind of stabbed, like really, really bad. Like she was kind of bleeding all over the place, and I'm just worried that since Mason cares about her so much, that if we put her in danger, that could, be bad and distract from the mission. And yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong, but Santisco's headstrong. Like, you could ask her or tell her not to come, and she'll tell you to fuck off.
Fair enough. I won't. I'll leave it up to Mason.
For the record, I do agree that maybe she isn't the most combat-orientated person. Maybe we'll take a bit of care.
Smooching everybody. I don't know.
I mean, it's a way to do battle, I suppose. Everyone's got their battlefield, right? Some are more intimate than others.
Once you get your girlfriend wife situation that's coming up, your little bachelorette situation,
The
we could
bachelor,
have a triple date.
Oh,
bring all of our lovers to battle, and
is that gonna be Cyrus for you, or
what do you mean or? What do you mean or?
I mean, Cyrus might be like, of all of your potential interests, I think Cyrus is probably the least accustomed to high battle.
Yeah, he's got potions. Those are useful. I don't know what kind he makes.
True. Maybe he could give Sventisco a potion bottle to kiss. She'll spit the acid into it and then throw the potion bottle. They could do a team up move.
Yeah, a little team up. And we'll have to judge your wife on battle abilities.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they're probably going to be. I mean, is it racist to say a wood elf's probably going to be a good archer?
Yeah. I mean, it's like saying like Asians are good at math. Like you like.
I need to look inwards.
Yeah.
You need to do some
assumptions.
I got to do some introspection. I'll go do that.
Yeah, you're not even an elf anymore, right? So what are we even saying?
I'm close enough. Admittedly, I wouldn't know my way around a bow if I'd had one in my hands in like 6 years.
Ah, well, it was Kitty.
Kitty.
All right. Well, we'll see which wife is the strongest.
I look forward to the brawl.
Also, only dating one person, and she's like walking off.
At a time. At last time. Look inwards.
All right. After that, as I said, you have a few days. Just kind of waiting to head on out and put on your best clothes and do the diplomacy thing, do the party thing, strut your stuff, see and be seen. How do you want to spend the intervening time?
Is there any major work to be done on our end regarding the resurrection?
The Untermuller has dedicated Academy researchers and necromancers to the reconstitution spell. You can certainly participate in that. You are very well informed on it. But yeah, Academy resources are being applied.
If how the diviners are currently having werewolf, is that like the Wi-Fi's out for divinity right now when it comes to divining?
Not necessarily. It's not
'Cause
like they're
I
you're
still
getting
have a
bad
promise
signal.
to fulfill to that witch about finding Pippi the Halfling's village for Vidrana.
It's mostly just that everybody is having really, really bad luck. Things are darker, moods are more negative. It's like this gloom has been thrown across the entire continent. There is no actual gloom in the sun, but it's the opposite of rose-colored glasses. So small disagreements are sparking into violence. Things that you would normally be good at, people are just failing at. It's like a curse. It's like the whole place is cursed in a minor, like small way.
Ugh. I guess normal stuff then. Just practicing it's like athletics with disadvantage.
Okay. The sage did return, by the way, and she said that the herald was doing this, and that she wasn't sure
Oh
how.
my god!
Yeah, I know. What a surprise, right?
That guy.
I think Garnet would want to write some birthday invitations to just maybe the closest Bronthans at the academy. Just since like last year we'd sort of celebrated at the academy and everyone was
Yeah.
really nice. So whoever the nicest, closest Bronthan she's been with, like, the party this year will be in Brontha. So like sending a letter to Ruby and some other ones. Just to, no obligation. No, I don't know if I want to make it an official invitation, like a no pressure, but like party's over here now.
All right, cool. Very nice. I'm sure that they'd gladly go with. They won't have to be attached to you the entire time, but you're kind of bringing them as your guests, which means they're going to get a lot of yeses when they ask for stuff.
Cool. It'll be food and drink and whatever.
What else? What about Mason?
Probably spending, I think, actually we talked about a little bit last time, was doing like a little bit of research, but I think probably is doing a lot of like reflecting, like slowly over the course of the next few days. Mason kind of returns to a little bit of normalcy, but certainly spends a lot of time like reflecting and pondering on the situation, just like kind of analyzing his values, things like that.
Questioning his entire sense of self.
Yeah, low-key, high-key, yeah.
He had this whole
Absolutely.
experience of being exposed to the dragon god of justice, and then this happened. It's a lot of whiplash.
Yeah.
Who is Mason?
On the 12th, with 3 days remaining until the actual feast, Unchamaler has the results of the research that's been conducted over the last by the Tower of Necromancy brought for you to analyze. There is it's not a fully finished spell. It's like somewhere between a ritual is when you do custom magic, right? You're not just repeating a pattern that you know by heart. You're sort of doing it live, which is why it's more complicated and difficult. This is like, it's halfway between a ritual and a completed spell that's ready to go. And it's a level 7 spell in the works, Reconstitute Soul. They want you to look over it.
Half blueprinted, half vibes based.
Yes. Somewhat vibe coding, but they're trying to get it ready by the day of life, which is when everyone was like, yeah, let's do it then.
Does that make the body, or is that because the ritual
Soul.
makes the soul?
Yes.
So this is just another way to do it.
Yeah, it's basically a way to lock in what you're all doing. Like, you're going to conduct the ritual that is going to build the memories of her, form the idea of her, and they're going to take that and plug it into this spell matrix to finish it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like they can't do this without that part. It's a half complete spell. That's the part they don't have. And they're like, this dangerous thing that you were taught, that will work for the other half of this. The body is still a work in progress, but you were talking about soul vessels, the ring of mind shielding. You had a variety of options. So They mostly want you to check their work because you've been looking at the Libris Mortis and so on and so forth. Refurio has not had much time to do much else. He's a little bit cranky. He's not complaining, though. Like, this is obviously important, but it makes him grumpy.
What's that going to be? Arcana rolls for those of us who are looking over it?
Arcana.
Okay, hopefully Garnet and Athalor. I don't know if Mason's getting involved or if Mason's questioning who Mason is right now.
Sure, I can get involved a little bit.
Yeah, why not? Okay, 26, 23?
Oh, okay. I'll just, disadvantage for fun because distracted, but, I'll still participate.
9.
It's a 9.
You're like, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, I got it.
Can you proof this? Yep, done.
It's proof. It's there. Mm-hmm.
All right, Garnet, this was made without full knowledge of what you learned from Vedrana in Anaram, and so it needs some correction in order to accommodate that. You're able to provide useful notes for them, not really like giving all the details of what it is that you're going to do, but more like you're going to be creating this seed, this core of her from your memories, and they need to handle that in specific ways. It's like an input-output issue. Their spell assumes the wrong input from what you're going to be outputting. So you're able to make some corrective notes and stuff on there.
Do they know about our ritual, or
they don't have all the details of it? You can share those if you want.
I guess I should probably share the notes with Tamaler / I guess mostly the sage, because she was going to be the one who was going to sort of walk me through the process.
Yes.
And then I'm guessing she's liaison between the research team and this, so she can maybe just relay.
She'll take it. She is clearly also focused on the bleak omen, but she said she could handle all of it at the same time, so when you give those notes, she gives it her full attention.
Okay.
They're going back, not back to the drawing board, but they're going to go back and do a bunch of revisions. Refurio looks at all the notes and is like, okay. Goes back to his tower to just strike things out and do more experiments.
Science is grumpily.
Mm-hmm. I have no further events until Garnet's birthday. Do you want to advance the clock to that point yet, or no?
Can I quickly ask the Master Diviner about Pippi the Halfling and her village? So I don't particularly fancy getting on the bad side of that witch after the deal we made.
Mm-hmm. That's not a lot to go off of, but I'll see what I can find out. They're keeping us very busy right now. There's bad signs everywhere, and Untermaler is very concerned about things going wrong. But I'm sure I'll be able to make time for that.
Yeah, don't worry. With the overall pall of gloom, I'm sure it'll fit right in. An entire village going missing. I don't think it's thematic.
What else?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Same.
The festival and the ritual begins at dawn, meaning that you have to wake up pretty early, all things considered. Get yourselves gussied up and ready to go before the sun starts to rise. How's everyone dressed?
Blue and silver.
Ritual. Are we doing the birthday, or are we doing a ritual? Sorry, I got confused.
Birthday.
Okay. Yeah, nice clothes. Whatever normal higher end Brontha attire is.
Lots of flame colors, usually in order. So like, reds to oranges to yellows to blues, etc.
I think Brontha had picked up a good outfit for Brontha one of the times we went there on kind of important business. So yeah, wear the same thing, like golds, I think, in it.
The Bronthan students are up bright and early, faces washed in expensive water, bananas, the whole wake up routine is good to go and done. And bright and, well, no, not even bright, dark and early, You are brought to the teleportation circle. What time right here? Yes.
It's always got to be dawn.
Marisol is there, and she greets all of you. Did you bring anyone else with you? Did you want to bring, aside from the Brontha students, is there anyone else you wanted to come with? Cyrus?
Oh, yeah.
He's a Brontha student.
Oh yeah, all the
so he'd be
I
included
was
in
like
that.
all the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bronthans, yeah, that are cool. So I guess Ruby and Cyrus are the main ones. I don't know
I
if
feel
there's
like
other.
there's some more, and so we'll just go ahead and assume that they're included. I haven't looked at that in a while, but anyone who has a Brontha student goes as well. Is Sven going with you?
Assuming Garnet's cool with it, Mason definitely invites Sven.
Okay. Is she cool with it? We just had this conversation.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Marisol is there. She is wearing her armor, but she's wearing her like ceremonial armor. It's not the stuff that's scratched with a million wounds from battle and stuff like that. Brightly polished, gilded so that it's all gold on the surface. Fire decorations and like feathers on the back. Just beautiful, beautiful workmanship. Big cape, general's cape, big red general's cape. And as such, she doesn't want to give anyone a plate mail hug. She doesn't want to crush anybody. She will go for Garnet lightly, and then everyone else gets like a handshake or a nod.
General Tosaka, you look like an illustration.
It comes with the job. Half of it
You
is
consider
actually,
it a perk?
Whatever Brontha needs. Well, they don't
There's like
tell
a
you
sort
is-
of awkwardness between them because Garnet has not mentioned what was talked about in their meeting to Mason, but also to Athalor. That was sort of end of episode. So there's like an awkwardness, a silence of obviously there's the greeted hug and hey, but just kind of letting her chat with Athalor and Mason, do her.
It's like a sincere
host
hug, but
duties.
there's not any meaningful conversation going on between mother and daughter right now.
Yeah.
She's basically just like, well, let's go. So unless there's any other niceties, she's going to go ahead and walk with you. She is not, I'm not going to be able to spend the entire day with you. I have to be places and do things. But I'll make sure that you're all taken care of, that you're tended to, that you don't miss out on anything. There's some places prepared for you in the palace for all of you to rest between events as needed. And if you need anything, you can just call upon the staff, okay?
Thank you.
I
Yes, both
invited
of you today. Go ahead.
Bronthans over and Mason's +1. I assumed this was a sort of open invite.
Of course. All the Bronthans who haven't met Marisol are like, oh my god, it's the general. He almost died. They don't say that. Purple Army got slaughtered. They also don't say that.
And if I need to make any appearances, could you come with me or give me an itinerary or something? Schedule.
Yes. Yeah, of course, of course. Walk with me.
Kind of follows behind her.
There are 4 main moments, and then between that, it's going to be parades, celebrations, food, dancing in the streets. So between those, feel free to go about and do as you please. But there's, you probably already guessed it, dawn, noon, dusk, and midnight. At dawn is when the 3 miracles are commemorated. And I think it would be good for you to stand with me then, Garnet.
Mm-hmm.
At noon, we celebrate life. At dusk, we remember the dead. And at midnight, renewal and Zalar's promise. So I think maybe you can just do one. You won't have to do any others.
We could be here all day. I mean, we can
No, you're
miss
welcome to
class
be
for
here all
this.
day. I think you only have to make one formal appearance, and the rest you can just follow your heart.
Okay.
You Dawn? I'd like to be at the midnight one for what it's worth.
No.
Although probably need a nap beforehand.
Yeah, we'll rally.
Yeah, Wallagosh will be leading that one. I'm sure he'll be happy to see you, Athalor, for many reasons.
I'll be happy to see him as well.
And she'll go ahead and walk all of you all the way to the palace. There are lights on, even though it's pre-dawn. Like the glow of the morning is only now starting. Dawn is in an hour or two. But there's people awake all over the city. You can hear them. You see candles and torches. You can already kind of smell the food being cooked. Cyrus is just, huffing that in. And you're being led to, you know what, let's go ahead and actually do Calor's Court here on the map. You're led to Calor's Court, and near the palace, as she promised, given basically a meeting room where they meet with dignitaries. Magically sealed as needed. There's food, there's water, there's fruit juices and herbal teas and everything that you might want. And Marisol will hesitate at the door after she ushers all of you in, to sort of wait for a moment. She's looking at Garnet. And I'll come see to you when it's time to be prepared. But if you wanted to be in the temple instead, that would be fine. I could meet you there instead if you want, Garnet.
Yeah, let's meet up. Yeah.
Okay. Gotta get insight checks from Mason and Athalor.
Can I insight check someone else? Athalor is currently a little bit curious about how Sventisco is reacting to being in Brontha as a Bartholo person.
It is kind of surreal for her. It is very strange. Like, they're allies now. And she has a lot of feelings about it.
I imagine she thought if she'd ever be here, that it would be sneaking through to kill someone.
Yeah, exactly. But, she's friends with Athalor. She's friends with Garnet. Both of you have... She's definitely in her feelings. I'll put it that way. But she's doing okay. Mason, that weird pause, Marisol just seems distracted. Like, she's treating all this pretty casually, you think?
Yeah, nothing wrong. Everything's fine.
So, Garnet, you get to do like a dance or something with Cyrus?
She's just like been thinking, and I'll have something ready to say if I need to speak.
Speech.
Sean, I don't know. I'm sure they'll want me to say something like last year.
Yeah. I mean, that was just at the academy, right? Maybe they won't have... Oh, they probably will expect you to speak. Do you need some help writing your speech? Nah, it'll be fine. From the heart, freestyle it. Bars.
Yeah. Just thank everybody and some Zalar stuff. Yeah.
Bullshit. I mean, stuff.
Bullshit stuff.
I mean, Brontha's been through some shit this last year, huh? It'd be nice for him to have something to celebrate rather than, mourn?
Something to rally behind.
Oh, I wonder if you can borrow the Phoenix.
Oh,
that'd be nice.
I mean,
A
presumably
spectacle.
it's around here somewhere, and I'm sure that Marshall and Aris would be more than happy to, placate you.
That's been his thing. He's got the whole new getup now, and I think that would just... He's got like some Phoenix stuff on his armor now. I don't know.
I bet it looks sick.
I'm glad he's taken more of a spotlight, and I think the Phoenix would just be too flashy. This is already so much about me right now. He can have the Phoenix.
It's kind of your birthday. I guess it's always other miracles as well, but you were like 2 of the 3 miracles. That's like 2/3 of the miracles is like, that's a controlling stake in Salarian mythology.
Best 2 out of 3, you win.
It's not exactly I don't know, the icon that they want me to be, and I feel the judging eyes on me all the time, but you know, it's fine.
I mean, hey, between you and me, you're kind of walking into this with a few more military wins than your mum. So you're kind of the big dog
recent
right
wins.
now. Yeah. In terms of recent scoreboard.
Yeah, we'll have
Since
to compare kill count one day. Little KDA.
I don't think your mum does much personal killing. I mean, maybe I'm just reading her wrong. I think she's more of like an entomologer, and you're more of a tactical missile strike.
Thanks. Calling me tactical makes me feel smart.
I know. What can I say? It's your birthday. It'd be nice.
Sven, did you need a tour or like anything I could show you around? You want some tea? Can I get you anything?
I do have good teas.
Just wait until it's actually sun out and I can see everything.
Okay.
Do you want to wait in the conference room, or do you want to go to Calor's court like she hint, nudge, nudged?
Oh, yeah. Go to Calor's court then.
Okay.
Does it flashbang you when you walk in at night?
Yes. My eyes! This temple of eternal sunlight, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Guarded as always. You know, let's get rid of all these dignitaries. They're not here. Be gone. Don't add a turn. Go to the Shadow Realm. There we go.
God.
Thank you. So there aren't nearly this many guards because the court is not in session. Everybody's preparing to do all their ceremonial duties. They're all in their own individual chambers. So there are a couple of knights on duty here. But otherwise, it's pretty quiet. You're mostly alone. Cyrus and Ruby are just, this is the Holy of Holies. Holy crap. The others, you've all been here. The only other person is like a middle-aged caretaker, just sort of sweeping and polishing the candlesticks and the incense burners and that kind of thing.
I guess she kind of like...
Cool.
What was that?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Garnet.
Oh, you can, I was just gonna say I was gonna instruct Cyrus to know like PDA because we haven't really like hard launched in Brontha, so like we can like flirt and have a good time, but like no hand holding, no kissing, no like crazy stuff.
Yeah, he's on board with that. You've talked about this.
She's just
this kind of
nervous
stuff. He's fine
about
with it.
everything, and this is not the time to hard launch. So yeah.
I was wondering regarding Bronthan culture, would regular Bronthans ever see the inside of Kaelor's court?
No.
So this is a bit of a revelation for them.
Yeah. It's like it's possible for them to see it, but it's not open for tours 24/7 or anything, and it's where the ruling council meets. It's a secure room for meetings most of the time. So occasionally the doors are open, they let people in and such. Later on the day, at noon, this door will be open for the people.
Probably like a procession or something.
Yeah. There's multiple processions all over the city.
Fun.
You can tell that Cyrus and Ruby are quietly praying to themselves. Sven is a little bit awestruck by everything. Where is Mason? Where is Athalor? And where is Garnet? And what are they all doing?
Probably sitting next to Sventisco as she's taking everything in, just like, you know, kind of like small talking with her if she comments on anything, and detailing experiences of, you know, when he's been here before.
Your voices aren't that loud, but everything feels loud right now because of the quiet. But you two are very good at whispering. Athalor, what about you?
Once he's done teasing Garnet, kind of hangs back a bit and just lets the Bronthans Brontha. He's doing some very interested people watching of how they approach like Kaelor's court.
I guess Garnet's kind of tour guiding a bit the Bronthans and maybe looking at like the architecture and giving any historical significance or when this was built and what this symbol means and who sits where for the core and what goes on here, and just like the whole sort of tour guide experience. If they
I had a nap in there.
got interrogated here.
I've slept in so many places in Brontha.
Sent for judgment here.
This is when my dad appeared as a flame ghost.
Actually, she doesn't remember that part anymore. 21 for history. Yeah, knocked it out of the park.
Ooh, damn.
The middle-aged caretaker in simple religious, like, acolyte robes, basically, red, and it's the robes of a priest. It's the robes of a flame father. Fire colors, red at the shoulders, and getting brighter as it goes down. It's just like loading up a bunch of different incense burners that are going to be used today, and you know this place like you built it.
Yeah, been here a lot.
Educated, know your stuff. Got taught right, I hope.
Doesn't know how to act here.
Did you have like tutors before
The Merrick thing.
You would have, yes.
Probably. Who remembers what happened when they were 7, 6, 5 years old? Yeah, I was taught things, but the academy, I think, has been really great.
Yeah, like a majority of your academia. I was just wondering, like, you know, the early days before all the life-scarring horror.
Did you have a private tutor in Underwood?
Oh, yeah, plenty. Although my dad took most of it upon himself when he wasn't working with the read a lot. Dad helped. A lot of tutors. Pretty good tutors. It's a fairly literate society in Underwood. Though I always wonder about that, like, slightly childhood gap just before the bad shit happened. You've got a lot of phases of your life.
Oh, there's
I
so
guess
much
3.
lore.
Yeah,
We're only 16? I don't know what age I'm turning.
By the time you die, it's going to be like a
17th
90 chapter book.
I should be able to pull it up, actually. I'll do the math in a moment.
It's maths time.
It's maths time.
Because like, obviously you knew those dances as well for like the Green Gala, so I assumed you were like taught them when you were younger.
That was a combination of that and having to do some research.
Oh, I hope they don't expect me to dance, though. I don't remember how to do that.
I don't think they'd spring that on you. That seems like it'd be a bit much. Especially like dancing in front of that many people. Like, it's not just Green Gala level. This is like almost like a city level event. Asking you to dance in front of one of those, I don't think that'd be right.
You don't feel weird being here with the renewal part?
Oh. No, I view that one as a positive. It's like we've been here so much, and like I get on really well with your mom. It's like a second home, really. I think I've come back to Brontha more than I've gone back to Underwood. And Underwood has, you know, more layers to it, whereas it's not so complicated here, which is weird considering how mystical it all is.
Oh, good.
Always glad to come back, even if it is a bit hot.
Mason, do you want some tea, or can I get you something? I offered your girlfriend something. I kind of meant for the both of you, but like, tea o'clock.
Yeah, some tea would be fantastic. I love Bronthan teas, I will admit.
The Flame Father who's taking care of the place will go ahead and actually go out and grab more for you. Spiced or unspiced?
Ooh, spiced. Yeah, at
Goes ahead, mixes it in, hands it over to you with a smile.
Thank you. Takes a sip. Oh, divine.
Today's extremely important.
He loves to scream. Hopefully, I'll mute him.
No, it's okay. That
It's all
was
good.
cat noise.
It's all good. Now, I don't know all of you. And I'm sure you know how important today is. And I'm sure you've done the proper contemplation and preparation for it. And you've come prepared, right? All of you?
Kind of blankly staring at her, like, what was I supposed to do?
He only looks briefly at you, Garnet. He's looking at everybody else.
Oh, okay.
What does that entail again?
You
You're
brought
supposed to bring a
presents.
gift?
Yes.
Yeah.
For Zayla?
No,
I wonder
he's
what
fine.
happened as well.
That's a burnt offering. That's completely different. No, gifts.
Their presence is a present.
Thanks.
Alright, they're off
I mean, like, I live next door to her, so it didn't really make sense to cart the gift all the way here.
Yeah, you know, student budget.
Well, what did you want for your birthday?
Oh, nothing. I mean, I don't know. I'll want it when I see it, I guess.
And the remains of the herald?
Yeah. Blood of my enemies. You know?
As I understand it, there aren't any remains. From what I've
Yeah,
heard. So
you know,
that one,
Brontha at peace. Yeah, Brontha at peace. That's it's always good.
okay, that's a gift for the people. That's very generous of you. What do you want for your birthday?
I don't know, a new hairbrush or something.
Fair enough. Plenty of those here.
Yeah, cool wand. I don't know what what is feasible.
You all keep your eyes out for that when you're in the markets today. You hear?
Yeah,
of course.
You'll probably have more luck with the hairbrush than the cool wand, but
keep my eye out for it. Both, I suppose.
sun's up soon. The rest of them will be coming through here. That balcony, and he points out the door to the west, where the sun is over here. Wait, no, it'd be the east, obviously. The door to the east, because that's where the sun rises. That's where they'll be expecting you.
Can I do an intelligence check to see if we recognize this guy's voice?
Sure.
They seem rather familiar.
Oh,
23.
I don't think you recognize this voice, Athalor. I don't.
Does it feel familiar? Or is it that they're just awfully chummy? I'm just reading
think so.
chummy.
It's not reading Milo, I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. This guy
What
was
time
giving
is
me
it
some
now?
Character energy.
It'll be done in 30 minutes.
Oh shit. Guess we'll go get settled where they need us to.
Was there something else you wanted to do first?
Do you need
Sir?
outfit sorted or anything? Do we need outfit sorted?
I
You're
think
all
we look good.
Yes. No. It won't care about that. Most of them won't even be able to see you.
Oh, are you going to be on top of one of the ziggurats? Are we going to have to climb it? I guess we're going to have to climb it, aren't we?
It's just a balcony right outside. This whole temple is on top of a promontory over the city. You'll just stand out there. Nice and easy. No speeches.
Are the other events going to be on the ziggurats?
Some of them, yes. Yes.
Okay.
She's like
So,
writing
like-
stuff down on a piece of paper of like maybe if she is asked to speak that she has something written down in case she goes blank because it is early as shit.
All right. He goes back to sweeping, and people start to trickle into this place. Not council members, except for High Priest Wallagash and Priest King Pothinus. He is dressed up in full, like, Zalarian Pope gear, which includes a couple of holy relics.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Pyre Lighter is the incense burner, the censer that Calor brought out of the desert on the day of the first miracle. There's a couple of other. Oh, yeah, he has the Benediction of Calor, which was the book written by Calor's student Nestor. That is like the holy book. Whenever you're reading from the holy book from Zalar, it's the Benediction of Calor. That prayer that you always hear, Garnet, those are the first words in. That's like the title page when you open that book. I'm trying to remember what other artifacts there are. I might have to pull them up in a moment, but like he has clearly been anointed with sacred oils. He's got this censer that's burning. There's something sweet smelling in it. Wallagash is beside him. He also has a censer, much smaller, much less fancy. You can sort of feel the warmth radiating off of it. And Garnet, it's good to see you. You bless us with your presence.
Is this the king or Wallagash?
No, this is me. Wallagash talks more like this.
Oh,
All
she'll
good.
do like a small bow and hello. Thank you for putting this all on.
Have your duties been fruitful elsewhere? I know that you've been called away.
Oh, yes. Just looking towards Mason, but then turns away. We recently were victorious in battle against some Knights of Terra Nimbus that were nearby and suffered minor losses, but overall successful. And we're making progress with our research. But not to bore you with that. Everything's going well.
Good. I'm going to have him roll an insight check.
Athel looks slightly aghast when she mentions the research.
Yeah, it doesn't give him the details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a deception check. If you fail, then Pothinus has sensed that the vibes are off. Pothinus has sensed that the vibes are off.
Is Garnet wearing gloves, by the way, or does she have the big hand on display?
Oh yeah, big hand on display.
Mm-hmm.
Symbols out for Harambe.
Shortly afterwards, Marison rushes in. Clearly winded, she's been running in full plate.
I thought it just looks to me like, this is why I'm not looking forward to Visigorath. So many stairs.
She'll go ahead and stand beside you when you're ready. Before the sun rises here.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
The temple exterior is where you end. It's not exactly here, but I want to use this to sort of set the stage. Not far towards the east, there is a platform that overlooks much of the city. Calor's Court is built up on this like hill, a heap of rocks, rather than it being an artificial ziggurat. This particular door, they swing open the doors of Calor's Court, and the sunlight pours from within, even as the glow of sunlight begins to rise from without. This door looks directly east, and from here you can see all the way to the eastern ziggurat, the Temple of Birth. And you can see a fire there and smoke rising up from it, and the streets are packed, absolutely packed with people, and each one of them bears a candle. So when you open that door, it's hard to see because of the light pouring out from around you, but the whole thing looks like a sea, an ocean of tiny lights. Pothinus raises his arms. Everybody raises their arms towards the east. And you are standing right there in the front. Marison is directly next to you. The rest of you are somewhat further back, behind Wallagash, behind Pothinus, so on and so forth. And you hear the entire city start speaking as one in prayer. It's a susurrus of noises, but they are invoking the benediction of Calor. As Pothinus opens the book and reads aloud from it himself, his voice magically projected so it booms over the entire area. And you can see thousands of eyes reflecting the light from the temple inside, all looking, they should be looking east, but a lot of them are looking up instead, up at the Priest King, and you can feel their eyes on you, Garnet. Even though you're kind of a small figure from a far distance away. Marison carefully puts an gauntleted hand on your shoulder. You visibly tense.
Yeah. She gesturing me to do something?
No.
Or say something?
No, it's a reassuring thing. She's not pushing you to actually do anything.
Kind of smiles, stands there. But she'll probably feel all tense her shoulders. Stiff.
And this goes on until the sun completely rises up and you can see it over the ziggurat itself, which is designed to sort of like catch the light at that particular angle. And as that happens, you hear music start to play in all sorts of different places. And now that you can actually see the city, you see that they have flags and streamers and banners set up, all in the different colors of fire. The whole city is wearing those colors as much as possible. So now that the sun has actually risen, the city is just red and orange and yellow on the red bricks themselves. Pothinus, after he sort of blesses the people with this censer, he's going ahead and issuing this blessing to everyone. Doesn't give a speech, doesn't say anything, just loudly recites the words of the prayer, and then once the sun is fully risen, turns to go back inside the temple. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, no dancing required.
It's like a sea of fire.
Is Marison going to speak, or are we expected to speak?
Nope. No speeches. This is a ceremony with specific things that you do. Pothinus is going to go give speeches, but not here. This is like this. You do this specific thing on this day on the Feast of Glass. So he has speeches to make. He's actually going to go to the opposite side, the western side, out on like the waterfront, and he's going to give a speech to the people. Marison has specifically requested that you do not have to do that if you don't want to. You've made your one appearance. I'll make sure that you know everything else that's happening. It's going to be celebrated throughout the city because the whole city cannot fit on the ziggurats, right? The temples can't accommodate everyone. So there will be lots of people there, but it's not required. It's not mandatory. All right? I'll send for you when it's about time. Until then, the whole city is yours. If you need anything, just ask.
Okay.
All right.
Return to the party.
I love you. Enjoy. And she goes off to go do important, busy, general things.
Love you too.
How are you feeling? Looking at Garnet.
This is a lot. But are you guys hungry? Do you want anything? She's like making sure everyone's good and asking the Bronthans too, if they're with us.
Mm-hmm.
Hungry? Shopping?
Could go shopping.
We go shopping. Yeah. We're close by to the markets.
But maybe you can impress yourself among some of your people.
Can't get you a discount.
Young lady.
I mean, maybe, but they offer. I'm not gonna ask.
It's okay. We'll just capitalize off your charisma, you know?
Yeah.
As you're standing over there, the caretaker walks over. Broom has been set down. Middle-aged man, some gray in his beard. Not a super long beard. Fairly tall. Walks over and says, I've been asked to take care of anything that you need and ensure that you're all right. The crowds are going to be a bit much, but I know my way around.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, we want to go do some shopping if you think there's a good spot.
Yes, what are you looking for? Hairbrushes?
No, I don't know. What do you guys want?
I feel like Brontha's got such a mystical bent. Maybe we could get something for Lexi, Mantra. Where are you keeping Lexi right now?
Did she come with?
She probably did not come with on this excursion. Probably, yeah.
Nice
crate
cushion,
and room.
good
Alvy's
food.
probably looking after Lexi for now.
Nice cushion, good food.
Yeah. Nice cushion, probably would.
Something to make them more comfortable, you know, like I don't. Oh yeah, pseudo dragons love trinkets.
Look out for the little knickknacks, little shinies.
There is a place nearby. It's going to be extremely busy, but they'll make space in line that makes these delicious bread wrapped spiced meat rolls. If anyone here eats that, any vegetarians? All right, I'll find something for you as well. Come over this way. And he's going to go ahead and walk out the open door and lead you through. If you recall, Callous Court is connected to the palace by this series of elevated pathways covered with like gardens and vines and such to sort of keep things concealed so that people can come and go as needed. So he's going to lead you through those paths down into, it's like coming out from backstage at Disneyland when you go like backstage and you're in the maintenance area and then you come out of a door in Adventureland. He's taking you through those routes. And he brings you over by a little cart, and you can see it's being worked by a mother and a daughter. The mother is, God, she's got to be in her 70s or something. Her daughter has a couple of kids who are also helping to make these things. You can smell them. They're cooking. There's a huge line there, and Grandma is just barely not cussing people out to keep the order. We only make one for each. Feast of glass. You have many other things to eat. You only need one. The caretaker sort of waves over at her. And she turns over and she sees Garnet and says, "You, come here."
Me?
Yes, you, your friends, come here.
Let's go.
It's over.
All right.
Pushing 3, 4, 6. I need 6. And she just like, her daughter is like the one doing the cooking while she's doing crowd control. She just grabs it, wraps it up in a little thing, hands them down to each of you. They're very hot. If you have fire resistance, you can hold them. Otherwise, you'll have to be a little bit delicate with the packaging. There, good. You eat well, right? Hot is best. Fresh is best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Now go.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just
blowing on it like.
Same. Sniff, blows on it. Toss it between hands. Oh, this is hot. She wasn't lying.
Once it cools off, the inside it's like a croissant texture of the bread, and the inside is this it's almost like a meatball. It's a meat stuffing. It's very herbaceous. It's not spicy. It's just steaming hot and very juicy because of the way that it's cooked. If you're into that sort of thing, it's delicious. All of you can have 4 temporary hit points, which probably won't need.
Probably. Who knows?
Your tour guide will then direct you over to a actually back into the gardens again. You grew up around here, young lady. Do you still remember do you still know your way around? Have any of you seen this place, the gardens, yet?
I don't think so. Such a big city, and I've barely seen a wink of it.
All right.
Yeah, not yet.
We'll make time then. We'll make time. While we have it. The back gardens, this sort of network of chambers that are open to the sky but walled all around. a lot of what you would normally call the palace is open air. There's the central palace, which is all closed off rooms and such. But because a lot of the business gets done in Kalor's court, the rest of it is it's a lot of these little courtyards and gardens with fountains that tap directly into one of the 7 springs beneath the city that made this place a source of life in the beginning. Ariana would love this. They're all very neat and orderly gardens. Red bricks in the middle, red brick fountains, usually designed with like a phoenix, carved to look like a phoenix, or with fire. You know, some of them more just abstract art. And in each of these places, there are flower beds, and almost all the flowers are in clay-fired pots. And they're all organized very, very carefully by color, but also for privacy. So whenever you walk from one of these gardens to another, even if there isn't a specific door there, there's a little step down into this lowered area. And the moment you step in there, it feels secluded. It feels private. It's not a magical effect. It's just architecture and the vibe of the place. It's like the cheering and the celebration and the music that's playing all sort of gets dulled down. And it feels like a place where you could, you know, be yourself, even if it's just for a moment. At least that's how it felt the last time you were here, Garnet. I don't know if it still feels that way for you.
Like sigh of relief as like there's less crowd and it's less busy and overstimulating everywhere. You next?
I had a thought. I mean, what could I weigh in on it? After what happened with your mum,
A long time ago, not recently.
maybe it'd be worth us.
Or at least looking like it's you.
There's probably more than one freshly built war orphanage here. You go and make a donation.
Got some cash. Might look good coming from you. I'm sure they're having a day of it. I mean, if it's too grim, that's also fine. I don't want to make you do politicking on your birthday.
How much is it? Kind of pulls out her wallet, like, how much is a good amount? I don't want to do too little, or
I don't know.
500 gold and 20 platinum.
I think 10 platinum would probably be more than enough.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay. Yeah, good idea.
That's around a year's wages for somebody who's just doing simple work.
Oh, good.
Yeah. We could pick up some candy on the way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's good.
And
That's good. I know a place. And he will once again sort of help you cut through the crowds using the executive privilege areas and just knowledge of the city. Working way down to one of the shopping areas, one of the bazaars that is on a steep staircase. So there's this really steep staircase, and then there's these steps where people set up their, not carts, not with the stairs and everything, but lots and lots of vendors. So like as you're going up and down, you've got people on both sides pitching you, and you can walk off the stairs onto these different levels, these ledges. And this particular area has a lot of like candied nuts and fruits and sort of like small snacky things, but things that take a little bit more finesse or skill, or that come from faraway lands.
Athor talks to the caretaker. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name before.
I'm Agelham.
Agelham. Nice to meet you. I'm Athalor.
It's good to meet you. I've heard of you. Many people have.
Hopefully good things. How many, if we were looking to supply whatever orphanage or whatever kids you know, how many candied things will we need?
I think if you had 6 dozen or so, it would make many people very happy.
All right.
She goes by the stations, if they're not carts, whatever
They're little stalls. They're little stalls, or just like a person who, you know, hopped up there with their backpack and sort of laid everything out on the ground in front of them.
just picking out candies, and if there's ever like alchemical ingredients too, she'll keep an eye out for anything cute Cyrus would like. And
okay. He's out there too as well. He's actually going to he's going to chip in, unless you wanted to leave him behind, which you can. You can send everyone else on their own field trip if you want, and just have the four of you with Sven.
I figured like they'd probably want to go explore and relish in Cowler's Court or some
Cyrus
shit.
would rather be with you, but he also you're not Facebook official, so it's probably best if he splits off.
Let me breathe, Cyrus.
Mason also pick up some treats for Nexi, and then also some for this cause as well. We'll stash away a few.
All right. Agalham has some suggestions. Yeah, they're not going to make those much longer until they can get those figs in the lands of the Dune Riders. Those grew in the gardens of Naramu.
Oh. Cool. Just buying things and buying some snacks and things and whatever she could fit in her backpack or whatever we're carrying.
You can spend like 10 gold on this. That'll buy plenty. That's actually like a lot of money for most people.
I thought offers to cover this since I've talked you into a 10 platinum donation to an orphanage.
Oh, thanks for covering the 10 gold, bud.
You're welcome.
In for 10%.
Agalham, you talked about goods from Naramu. Is there anything that might be as perishable?
Most of it would have gone with them. This would have just been the last grapes, Naraman wine. The wine that grew in the Song Hills was always particularly good.
If I can find some of that, I'd need. That's up to me, right? Could you buy
what was it that you said? Legs?
Athalor was wondering if they'll sell alcohol to him. Or if Agalham is going to have to be convinced to buy alcohol.
Well, who is this for?
During high summer, I'll be visiting the court, and I thought I'd make a good gift.
Sorry, cat things are happening. That's smart. I think you'll be able to do it.
Okay, I'll go try and find some
vouch
wine.
for you. I'll vouch for you. As you go over to it's obviously like a mixed family, Naraman and Brontha, and he moved to Brontha, and they are selling everything at a premium right now because it's almost gone. There's a lot of emotions around it, but also a guy's got to make a living. How much are you willing to spend on wine bottles? A good bottle is 10 gold.
All right, I'll drop 50.
Okay. 5 bottles, young man.
Mason will chip in and drop 25. We'll split it.
Oh, why, thank you.
Between the two of you, are you even old enough to? And Agalham sort of clears his throat. And the vendor turns over and sees Garnet and says, all right, be responsible, children.
God forbid a girl catch a vibe after winning a battle.
I guess we've got one of those like one carrier things that like has 3 bottles on each side and like a handle in the middle.
It's like snaps her fingers and has like a minor illusion to make it look like a picnic basket or like we're not carrying like bottles of booze.
What are these bottles called?
They're just 5 bottles of fine Naraman wine. Songhill wine. You want to have those brought back to the chamber that they prepared for you?
Ideally, yeah. I'm not planning on getting,
Best not be. He'll walk off for a moment, leaving all of you alone for about 5 minutes.
Oh, so much hubbub. Feels weird to be surrounded by people who are having a fantastic time,
Yeah, in the midst of everything that's happening, it's finding time to party and be normal. I've not gotten a happy birthday yet either.
Oh.
I thought that we were all going to eventually break into song,
Yeah, waiting for the big moment.
I was just kidding.
Hey, everyone. Happy, like, just shouts from above.
He's just giving you death
birthday
eyes.
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Appalore? Nobody notices.
God, stop before they notice.
Garnet,
Garnet,
the
no.
ark of a blessed child.
Nobody reacts.
God, you're so weird. They're ignoring you. Like,
Happy birthday
don't
to you.
exist.
A couple moments later, well, a few minutes later, unless there's anything else that you wanted to happen, a runner shows up, like a temple acolyte, right? Like wearing the clothes of I just started the seminary and it's going to take me a long time, and says, runs up and finds you clearly out of breath and bows. Blessed child, honored guests. You don't need to carry those around. I should take those for you. I can bring them back to the chamber if you'd like.
Sure. Thank you.
Bows again, grabs everything carefully with like 5 bottles of wine and a bunch of candy and such. We'll go ahead and run that off.
I think the candy is also for the people we're going to visit and donate to.
Oh, you wanted to? Oh, yes. Oh, sorry.
We'll keep the candy. Take the wine, if you could.
Right.
Thank you.
Sunshine upon you. Sunshine upon you. Sunshine upon you. And goes ahead and hustles off. And shortly after, Algaham returns.
I guess we should go to that orphanage soon before.
Yeah, before the next big event. I'm sure that they're all getting up and getting ready.
Well, you have
killed up for the dawn thing.
You have till noon. Not the children don't always wake up, or
surprising.
They're brought out of bed, but awake is a
Children don't wake up, especially around Garnet to Osaka.
Did you say that out loud or was that out of character?
No.
Okay, all right. That's just not very Mason of you.
So fucked.
Holy shit! Play the crit sound.
Dink.
Psychic damage.
Yeah, you have until noon till the next big thing happens, and you've been making really, really good time through the whole city. So,
glorious.
Yeah. Go ahead, and the orphanage right now is they actually already had some. They didn't have to build new ones. It's very old. Brontha has had war orphans before. It's attached to one of the temples. It's run by the church, by the Flame Fathers and Flame Followers. And a lot of them aren't even here right now because they're like out being escorted around the city so that they can participate in everything. But there are some of them here. The ones who it's kind of too loud for them out there. You know, they might have some trauma. It's much quieter in there. And the Flame Followers who have been assigned here are very soft-spoken, very kind and fatherly or motherly. And is there any? Do you just want to go ahead and hand that over and glide through the scene, or is there anything specific you want to detail about it?
Any particularly interesting orphans in terms of visuals?
Well, I didn't have any in mind.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, little Timmy hasn't eaten in a week. This one looks like he's been beaten. This one's missing a leg.
This one has fire damage across like most of his body. Well, I mean, they have access to clerical magic, so they're all in pretty good health, even if they weren't before. But they're so grateful, and they immediately, like, when you walk in, just immediately start paying reverence to Garnet, and they're very, very grateful, not just to Garnet, to all of you for this.
It's just like handing the platinum in like a sealed envelope and like a small polite bow to whoever's running the orphanage. And
yeah, the head of the orphanage takes that, not like effusive praise. The candy is like, they make a big show of it. Like, they let everyone have some, you know, say, thank you, blessed child. Thank you, blessed child. They hand that out and they're all like very warm and glowing, but the head of the orphanage is much more quiet and sort of reverent about it. And you have saved countless lives, and now you have brought light to even more. This will not be forgotten. All of you.
Glad to make a
You,
bit
it's
of a
just petty
difference.
How are the Kizjan pair doing here?
Oh, they went off on their own. Oh, no, Mason and Sven.
Mason
Sven's
and
still
Sven.
here. Yeah. How are they doing here?
In terms of the orphanage?
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of their scene, you know?
Yeah, it would definitely be like, handing out, being like, trying to, I don't know, have a little small talk with the people there, make sure, they're as happy as can be given the circumstances.
But
definitely look like fulfilled with that work.
Sven is doing sleight of hand tricks as pranks, not like, look kids, it's a magic trick, but more like the annoying aunt thing, got your nose, found a copper in your ear, just like small harmless pranks.
Very charming.
Yeah, she seems very much in her element. And we will leave her in her element for a few minutes when we return from this short break. Don't go anywhere. More Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy. Gore spewing off to the side. It's like somewhat, discretionary shot, but
His legs are like,
And then Slobberchops' face comes up into the screen, covered in gore, and it just does the one lick, the one like aggressive face lick. Yep.
I hate exactly what it is. I hate everything I stand for.
You said to
Said I'm
look.
intimidating, and I gotta be more. Less of that. And
No. I don't think you have to be less of that. It's just that you are, and that's okay. But
I don't want to just be okay. I want to be amazing for a mate or whatever.
Amazing for a mate.
Yeah.
Garnet, out here trying to fuck.
Not that kind of mate. Like a crewmate. A life crewmate.
Sus.
Like a mate.
Wow.
About eating a mushroom?
It's getting really hard to hear you.
I'm gonna take the last bit of the alcohol that Violetta handed me, and I'm just gonna splash John in the face.
All right.
Oh, that get in your eyes? Oh.
John falls to his feet and starts crying.
No. Well, that. I think I preferred the dancing.
Breaking time and space with their arcane potential, they're able to burrow into this creature's mind and tell it no. And determined, having not seen a creature for who knows how long, this lonely, sad soul ignores the command. And then, in retrospect, Camellia, burning an ounce of their heroism and the bit of luck that they got from Fortune's father, is able to also bring their will to bear, trying to force this creature not to do that. And like a stubborn child that demands more from life than what it's been given, the lonely creature says
it still has to
9.
make the attack roll for it to
That's
land,
right. And now it has to make the attack roll. So it is going to make its attack. After all of this, it's just going to miss. Watch. All right, so.
Come on, baby.
Harpoon arm, go. A natural 1! I have 9 inspiration. I'm using one. But that wail of yes from the natural 1.
Well, you're not entertained! This is not why you have come!
Roll a
Save me!
roll a persuasion.
What say you to this plea?
No! Tears of glitter fall from my eyes.
As you yeet that rock with that alien on it, I don't want to die! As he, like Krillin and DBZ just explodes.
Another little glowy worm crawls out. Timothy!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unbeknownst to you, you've killed the mayor of the Worms town. He had brought peace and prosperity to his new empire, but now their society cast adrift on an asteroid, leaderless, falls into chaos once again, and decays from within. And
Look, sometimes I don't know my own strength. I'm sorry.
We have reached 100% Kiss Boy density after they attack each other.
My apologies, sir. What's your name? I go by
We
Harga, by
are
the
the
way.
Bufomorphs. I am Bufo, and these are the morphs.
Hello, Buffo, and hello, Morphs.
I'm not
We are
going to say
here
it.
to commune with our sacred idol. It gives us great insight into the spiritual oneness of all things.
I won't say it.
What's your secret idol?
It's
I
sacred,
won't
not
fucking say it.
It's right. What is the toaster going
I'm
on
gonna
about
say
now?
it.
I'm gonna cover Zen's mouth. Don't listen to her.
I'm gonna fucking say it.
I'm covering Zen's mouth. I'm covering.
Boofa D's nuts.
Roll for initiative.
Do minor illusion and create a top hat, milady. Just like just walk 10 feet away and then
You need her.
She's so angry.
If you ever milady me, I will punch you in the face.
You'd have to be a lady first for me to milady you.
Excuse me?
Nothing, Grandmaster. I would never dream of disrespecting you in that way.
What about Una?
What about him?
You think we could get drunk?
My familiar drunk?
Maybe. Sorry, I'm just contemplating all the possibilities.
So you have a horn that gets you drunk?
Yeah, we should. Well, stares at DM. Just as their other plans.
About those plans you had, I hope you've got a good drunk Una voice.
Look, it's up to you to just go for it. Underage drinking, why
I'm
not?
mostly kidding. I'm mostly kidding.
Oh my god, he's like so smart.
And Tarsamore also saved. So yeah, the woman is the only one who suffered in this. We live in a
The
fucking
woman's
society.
the dumb one. Oh, the dice. Dice
That's
is sexist.
okay. How a chain is only as strong as its weakest link when it comes to rituals.
Oh, now women are weak. I love this campaign.
Wait, what do you?
Flip him. Okay, one black card. And that's a big success. That's a critical success. So this is perfect. You already have an edge, right? So you can't gain another edge, but you can double the effect, which means you can quiet both wolves.
My friends. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
God, I almost fucking died. I never died in a one shot. My heart hurts,
This game, again, you start out from very humble origins. You're not mighty heroes. You're just townsfolk. It's easy to die.
We're coming from stupid origins.
Okay.
Explain the bang, old man.
Well, you see, when a mommy and a daddy or in one of the unfortunately several necessary orphanages in Brontha, our intrepid heroes are making donations to charity and handing out candy. The last of the candy's pretty much been handed out, and kids are running around all over the place. Sven has one on her back already, just like running around. She's tall. She's pretty tall, so now they're incredibly tall. And the master of the orphanage will say, if there's anything that we can possibly do for you, and you know it's not an empty offer, it's more of a, what the fuck could we possibly offer to you in return? Like, the fuck are we gonna do? But we'll say it anyways, and we mean it, even though the fuck are we gonna do?
She'll like grasp his hands and
Mm-hmm.
just tell him, you know, keep Brontha, keep me, keep us in your prayers, and that's all I could ask for.
Always, always. Until the sun sets on me at last. Agelham is just sort of waiting, but... Sorry, go ahead.
Goes to head out when Sven is done playing, or she'll just stand aside until Sven's done.
All right. she'll go ahead and disentangle herself from several stage 5 clinger children and duck under the doorway, and Agaham's just been kind of waiting patiently. Right. There's still a few hours that I think we can make good use of before noon. Is there anywhere in particular you want to be for noon? You don't have to.
What festival is it at noon? Is that live?
If so.
Where are my notes? Yes, life. The living. Life itself.
Just try to go to all the moments until we're tired, I guess.
Yeah, we can have a nap after, midday. Get up for dusk.
Probably need to start heading south then. We'll go through the gardens, just one stop along the way. And he'll go ahead and lead you once again. And you're not really harangued by anybody, weaving through the crowds very, very quickly, just finding all the little cracks in the flow of traffic. And he'll go ahead and stop you for a moment just outside one of the checkpoints and big doors that leads into the garden paths. And a merchant runs up. A mountain dwarf runner approaches. She's not winded, but she's not making very much headway. Ah, blessed child, yes. I was sent to find you.
Okay.
You could not have made a better choice. Absolutely no better choice than this. It's even, I can't believe that I had it on hand. It's perfect. All right. And she pulls out a package wrapped in it's a bundle of crimson silk, and she unwraps it. And inside is a fine stained wood hairbrush with gold filigree inside and this beautiful swirling pattern. And it is inset with a garnet. And it comes with a comb designed so the top looks like a feather. And the tines have all been gilded. So it's shiny and gold and all that stuff. They match perfectly together. And she presents them to you very proudly.
Oh, this is so beautiful. And she'll look up to see if she can pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And she looks at it and kind of tests it out. And this is amazing. How much?
Payment's already been... Yeah, you already sent payment. That's all resolved. Besides, it's your birthday, so I've been told. So, a very happy birthday. This person is not Brontha, you can already tell.
Thank you. And very gratefully puts it in her bag.
Beams proudly before taking off.
It's the best looking hairbrush I've ever seen. Wow.
That's some crazy artisanality.
I was kind of kidding about the hairbrush, but this is better than what I have.
Was that made today?
No, neither of them claimed the hairbrush, and that's what you said you wanted, so I called dibs.
Oh,
Wilhelm?
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. And
I'm glad you like it.
Give him a hug from the side or something.
He gives good hugs. He doesn't if you go from the side, he goes from the side, but he's got strong arms and he gives very, very reassuring hugs. Now, what else do you want for your birthday? These two still haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, Garnet. What do you want for your birthday?
I don't know, a cool wand, or you're really good at sculpting statues. You can make me a statue.
I'll get right on the Garnet statue. You can put it here in the square.
It doesn't have to be me. It could be something cool. I don't know. Surprise me.
I mean, some statue work can definitely be done. It'll take a little bit, though.
It might be more ready for next birthday than current.
A year? No way it takes you a year.
We're busy
For a really
doing
nice
world...
statue?
Yeah, we're busy doing world saving shit, you know?
Oh yeah.
I'll just tell the innocents of the world I'm going to sit this one out. I've got a cool statue to carve.
Well,
Sure, they'll
anything with a garnet in it, I think would mean a lot. Anything.
I'm sure there are plenty of those around.
Okay.
What could we do?
I mean,
Well, I like surprises, so you don't have to tell me now.
Okay.
Figure it out.
It's about to spoil it.
What do
I
you?
guess,
What do you? If she could have anything in the world that she wanted.
She kind of blinks because she doesn't want a material. She wants a person. So she doesn't really know material wise what to say there.
Rolling a little insight check here. Hang on.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
Okay. Do either of you two respond?
I would like to insight check. Argleham seems like someone of means above their station.
Sure.
17.
He definitely acts like somebody who knows his way around the halls of power and can call in favors or something to buy expensive things. So he doesn't throw power around. It seems more like it's a part of him. But it's secondary to warmth and sadness. Maybe it's just because he rolled an 18 on his insight check as he's getting the read on Garnet, but he definitely seems very sad.
Oh.
One.
Argleham, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course.
Kind of shuffles him, like, vaguely away, just so that, like, the hubbub of a crowd muffles conversation. Did you know Garnet's dad?
I did, yes.
Was there any written record of speeches he gave?
Several, I think.
Could you source me a copy of one of those?
I don't suppose why not. Any particular topic?
Forgiveness?
Good choice. Good choice. Frequent subject. Well, we're passing through the palace, so I'll have that done.
I appreciate it.
He taps his head and then gives you like an approving smile. Right then. We can make our way through the west. There are more markets along the way, probably some performances in the street. Shall we? This is to the whole group now.
Of course.
Sven let me on her back after asking for piggyback. I am still on her back, like to where whatever he said. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
You go past the guard who salutes you, a Phoenix Knight no, it's not a Phoenix Knight. It's a Radiant Pikeman who's standing guard at one of the like stone doors that leads to the garden paths. Salutes as you pass your way through, and you are once again back in the gardens. It's a decent walk. It takes like an hour to get from one side of the city to the other. This is going to take much less than that, probably like 35 minutes, but it's 35 minutes of walking through the gardens. Garnet, do you remember your way around?
Do I?
Roll an intelligence check.
Kinda, not really.
All right. handle it later.
Can I roll an active intelligence check to try and remember these paths into the palace?
Sure.
Maybe I'm just getting overwhelmed. I'm overstimulated, Cammy.
All right. You make your way sort of around through some of the doors that like it goes, the gallery goes into the palace at one point, but it's like the left side is palace wall and the right side is open gallery at this point. You make your way through and there's all sorts of people passing back and forth. It's a super, super busy time. Lots and lots of clergy moving around, lots of palace staff, guards, clerks, and ceremonial. None of them bother you. None of them bother you. None of them stop you. They just keep on doing their thing.
Is it weird that
was
no
that?
one's like? Is it weird that no one's noticing us or?
I mean, your face
anything?
is pretty well known.
Like last time we were here, people were stopping us or not stopping us.
You got reactions.
This is weird then.
How's Garnet
Poke
feeling
Garnet
about
to make
that?
sure she's real.
She pokes.
Yeah.
She's
You are corporeal. You do look like you.
We smell or something? No one's come up to me or us or said anything?
It was weird how no one reacted to the happy birthday thing. Song.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
never mind. I wasn't there. I didn't hear anything about a happy birthday thing.
What? Wait, wasn't he there?
Oh, yeah, he had left.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
off getting a runner to take care of the wine.
Right. Yeah, our floor burst out into song and everyone seemed to just not care.
I mean, merchants are talking to us, so not invisible.
It's not as unusual bursting into song, especially during the Feast of Glass.
oh, I
Just
bet.
as we're walking, just like waving at people as we walk by.
They wave back, and you see them sort of light up and be like, "That's a child." And then they kind of look at each other like they don't want to bother you, but they're very like happy to see you, and they wave, and then they keep doing their thing.
Okay,
They
not
continue.
invisible.
Yeah. Whenever you do that, they respond.
Less concerning.
And maybe
okay?
everything's just made us a little bit paranoid.
How does Garnet feel about this? How does Garnet
Just super uncomfortable. Like she is very much not wanted to come back to Brontha, and I guess kind of like the conversation she had with Marison. She feels like she's wanted to exile herself from Brontha to not because of the whole necromancy ritual thing we're kind of doing, and she kind of feels gross being here while I guess seemingly lying to Brontha that we're not revealing that they're doing this, and this also doesn't feel deserving of a celebration. There's some guilt there. It's just uncomfortable, but welcoming the positive vibes.
You really don't feel like there's eyes on you right now either. Like you don't feel that sense of being watched and being judged. And maybe you feel it in your head, but like the outward feeling around you, the crowds and such, are not giving that at all.
After a few hours, like that feeling will go away, but kind of the initial entry into Brontha is very much like that.
Agalham will go ahead and gesture towards a door that leads out into the western part of the city. And there's a big courtyard. There's a big like market courtyard with a performance area in the middle. There's fire dancers, fire eaters there. There's people performing the dance that Garnet did during the Green Gala, except there's like a lot of them all doing it. There's displays of magic over there. Singing. It's like this one huge courtyard thing has a bunch of different, like probably 8 different acts going on just at different faces of the square. The crowds here are particularly thick, and this area is much more the craftsman district. you were kind of in an area that had, it's all a little bit mixed up because you need food wherever you go. But there's a lot more textiles and some metallurgy, metalwork here, but this is a market, not a foundry. So there's a wide variety of different things available here as well. This was recently built. This was not always here. It was cleared out, like made specifically for this purpose. So the traffic is pretty good through here, even though it's very, very crowded. We still have an hour. Alam reminds you, you still have an hour or two before noon. So, thirsty?
Well, artificers, you guys like crafting things? Anything here you guys want to check out?
Wouldn't mind having a look. I'm sure they've got some components that are worth noting as well. And yes, always thirsty in a desert.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Athel looks slightly distracted. Can I make a perception check for any graffiti?
Sure.
20.
What are you looking for?
Graffiti of kind of pop culture sentiment of how things are going in Brontha.
Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of graffiti in Brontha, and it wouldn't be in this brand new, recently made place. Do an insight check for me.
Just doing a lot of intense people watching as well.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the mood seems like this isn't, La La Land, not a care in the world, playing their fiddle while Rome burns. But they are relieved to have this day. Like it's something they look forward to every day. The omens have been bad. There's been a lot of death. So it's a salve. That's kind of
a pall of relief over it.
Yeah. People are really, really glad to have. So there's genuine happiness underneath a very heavy burden that the city and the nation has been bearing for a while.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right. We don't need to do an in-depth scene here since we're only like half through the day. Is there anything that you want to be looking for? They have blankets and tapestries that are carved either with fire enchanted to have fire on them, or to be basically of fire resistance. When you are wrapped up in this blanket, you are fire resistant. Lots of small magic items like that. As well as non-magical items. Mostly of Bronthan make, but there's some from the Nahasu, there's some from Gedimu, the various priest kingdoms.
All this stuff's for sale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an open market.
Oh, Mesa would certainly buy the blanket.
Mm-hmm. All right, that'll be
blanket.
50 gold because it's magic, and add a blanket of fire resistance to your inventory.
All right.
Athel would like to try and find a ornate hand fan, since we're in a desert.
Yeah, easily done. The Bronthan design is pretty much always either flames or feathers, sometimes made with actual feathers.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of gold and red. There's a wide variety of designs and such available. You could make one up as long as it's on theme.
I figure saying that Dorina would enjoy. Like, what colors is she?
More greens.
Autumn? Yeah.
She's, I think she's winter, actually.
Winter, nah. I figured Athel will use it temporarily, and then they can have a gift or whatever.
All right, good enough. Just to keep it cool. Does Garnet want to do anything while she's here?
Nope.
Okay. Crowds slowly gather as the sun gets higher and the weather gets hotter. It is summer, after all, as it climbs higher and higher overhead. Not at the peak that it'll be during this year. That's on the summer's day. Weird that the sun god's day is not when it's the highest, but them's a breaks. And what they traditionally do right now is everybody writes down names of people that you want to ask for, that you want to pray on their behalf, people who are alive, because this is the moment of life. So it's when you ask the Sun Rider to bless specific people that matter to you. So at that time, people throw tons and tons of scraps of things with names in them into coal pits and coal fires and braziers and such, with some incense in there so it doesn't just smell like burning. And they wait until the moment of noon, and that's when they all do that. Do any of you want to write anyone down?
Yeah, Mason would write as moms and just think about family in general.
She looks down and tries to think and ends up writing Ariana's name. Kind of stares down at the name, thinking of her for a bit before throwing it in the coal pit.
Ethel goes to consider both of his parents and has a slight moment. And then will decide, for, in his mind, shits and giggles, to write down someone who will never be able to be blessed by Zaylar, and writes down Rayalta. Hoping that they'd see each other. Smile.
Right. That's another moment of sort of collective prayer, and then it doesn't last very long. It's not a huge ornate ceremony. There is a huge ornate ceremony going on over there, but the thing that everyone just kind of does at that moment is that. After which, Marison would send for you just to make sure that you're doing well and ask if you need anything. And if you have plans for dinner yet.
Oh, we're good. Having a lovely tour of the city and the markets, and yeah, dinner sounds good. Yeah.
All right, she'll have it served in the room that's been set aside from you. It'll be a small thing, not like a huge state dinner. She wants to just have it with you and her, all of you and her.
Yeah.
You can request other invites if you want, but she's deliberately trying to like shield you from all of this.
Did Marison come herself, or is it just a runner?
It's a runner.
Can I insight check Garnet when Marison is brought up? For if she reacts at all to Marison,
Get red. Get absolutely red. Spill the beans.
There's some unsaid shit and going on right now, and we're trying to go by the day, and this is obviously a celebration for Garnet, so she's not trying to bring any bad vibes, but things are very weird, not in a negative way. It's just awkward between them.
More so than it usually is.
More than usual.
It's like a different weird vibe, not necessarily a more weird vibe.
The awkwardness has escalated.
Yeah, like they feel closer but further apart in the same way. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks.
Muted.
Oh, one muted guy.
+1 XP. Sven wrote down your name, by the way, Mason. You don't have to do the same for her. She doesn't expect it. She just wants you to know.
What'd
Thank
you
her
write?
and smile about it and kiss her about it.
What'd you say?
I was just making fun of him because he wrote. What did you write?
Yeah, my family, it's being targeted by this big old infernal plot line. My bad that I wrote them down.
Yeah.
Might be the worst boyfriend in history, actually.
Yeah, I'll do better next time.
But you're in hot water, young man.
Be better.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. All right. Agelham thinks for a moment. Since you have dinner, it'd be best not to ruin your appetite. Where else to go? We could see the springs. The city was built on 7 springs. That's why it's in the middle of the desert, and there's life here. That predates the city being called this. It predates Kalor, Nestor, all of it. People have lived here since probably the dawn ended.
Yeah, that sounds
Sounds
great.
nice.
If there's something more interesting, or if there's something else that you're looking for, please let me know. I know my way around.
Maybe eventually seeing the Phoenix if it's ours, just riding around, or
All right.
need a photo op with it or something. I don't know.
Well, if you want that, we can do that first. And he'll go ahead and start heading kind of back towards the central area. And another runner shows up and bows deeply. And this person is out of breath. They are guard. They're an elite guard, wearing like a phoenix, golden phoenix badge. Blessed child, I apologize. I've been trying to find you all day. Marshal Inaros sends his greetings and his well wishes for your birthday, and would be graced by your presence should you deem it fit.
Okay, yeah, we were actually heading that direction, and damn, it kind of goes into her bag and gives him a sending scroll, and damn, next time just send an email. You don't have to run. In like a reassuring way.
Why didn't we do that in the first place?
Thank you.
And then the exhausted runner will lead you back towards one of the guard barracks. One of the big guard barracks that isn't the area of the Phoenix Knights. And for the first time, sorry, go ahead.
Have we seen this golden Phoenix badge before?
No.
Okay.
For the first time all day, as you're making the approach, you see the fiery wings trailing embers through the skies, just like soaring around that area. And a lot of people watching. It is something that they've grown more accustomed to, but they're still watching. Really, they're waiting till nighttime when it's going to be a lot more impressive. The runner will go ahead and take you to a long causeway with it's not a landing pad, but they're using it as such, and will wave Inaros down. The Phoenix goes into a dive, flares up, lands. There's this heat wave that washes over all of you and spreads its wings. It's burning, made of flame, its eyes almost as bright as the sun. And Inaros dismounts as it lowers its head all the way down. Dismounts, he's still wearing that sort of black and gilded armor, and it has that symbol, that phoenix with wings outstretched and the talons sort of down like it's in a dive, is filigreed all over his breastplate. Makes his way over, sort of adjusting his hair that got messed up in the flight, and gives a very low bow. Garnet, the happiest of birthdays on this blessed day.
Thank you. Quite the nice landing.
Thank you. I've had the opportunity to practice. Athelor, Mason, Sventisco, welcome.
Good to see you.
Pleasure to see you,
Honored
Grand
by
Marshal.
your presence. Word of your deeds continues to impress everybody. Much needed words of hope in these turbulent times. Garnet, would you grace me by accepting a gift on this?
You got me
birthday?
something?
Of course.
Ooh, what'd you get me?
He pulls out a wooden case that's been charred and then polished and opens it. And inside it's not a wand. It's very close to being a wand. It's more like a scepter than anything else. It is topped with the symbol of the four pillars, and this is in it's in gold and white gold, and inlaid with celestial runes all the way around, and a pattern that swirls up the side that it's like a abstract fire. It's not literal fire, but it's like this abstract fire form. It is probably about 2 feet long, I think, So it's in this case. He goes ahead, he kneels down, he opens it, and he presents it to you.
Oh, kind of stares at it for a second. So pretty. Picks it up, and I guess because I can read Celestial, can I read what the runes say, or does it have to be rune language?
No, you can read it.
What kind of runes is it?
Who bears the mark of the Sunrider strikes with his will.
Oh, this is so cool. Thank you. And she'll like give him a big hug as he's kneeling, just jumps him on him. Thank you. This is the best gift.
You humble me. I'm glad that it brings you joy. A royal gift is only fitting.
So I was thinking, well, like the Bronthans from the Academy haven't even seen Calor's Court. I bet they haven't seen the Phoenix either. I thought it would be cool to bring them around if you're free. It's free.
We just do a flyover.
What do you say to the night?
Ooh, yeah, it'll be
The
better.
entire city will be glowing with flames and the embers will trail down. I guarantee they'll never forget it.
Ooh, great idea. Okay. We were just doing some shopping. How's your day been? What have you been up to?
It's an important day. As Marshal, my duty is to ensure that everything is safe, that the important dignitaries within our walls remain secure, and that our enemies do not try to ruin this day of jubilation. But my men are well trained and loyal and vigilant. Nothing has gone wrong.
Is the caretaker like next to us?
Sort of standing behind you, giving you some space.
Hey, insight check if is he acting like this because of the caretaker? Like, why is he being so formal?
Roll an insight check, yeah.
Oh, lucky
No idea.
dice. Lucky dicing.
18.
No. He doesn't care at all about Agaham's presence. It's more, this is a big, grandiose day, and so some of that grandiosity is like, it vibes with him. It was a very heartfelt gift, but because there's so many people around and it's such an important day, this isn't like a private, personal moment. It's a moment that deserves some dignity and weight to it. But he is genuinely happy to see you. He's not like trying to be cold by being formal.
Kind of just staring at him and pauses before responding because she's like, it's kind of like, yeah, how's it going? And he gives like a super formal, I don't know, professional answer, and that's not, the vibe. So, okay, cool. Well, we're gonna head back now. So yeah, I'll see you later with the Phoenix.
Do you want for anything? I would not have it be said that you came home and your home did not greet you as you deserve. Should you in any way feel that something is missing from your day or you have been mistreated, merely send for me.
Gotcha. Thank you. I'll let you know.
Mason, did you have an idea for a gift for Garnet?
I did indeed, actually.
Oh, what are you thinking?
Are we like out of earshot of Garnet right now?
I think she's with Inara.
Okay. Then I had an idea to pay a little visit to Spymaster Seer, and, well, one, see if he had anything interesting, but two, specifically ask for if he could find information on the mask wielders.
Oh, that is quite the idea.
I think he'd be able to, and I mean, he doesn't like giving things away for free, I suppose, but it's Garnet's birthday after all. You can redeem a little favor.
True. Can always trade some information as well.
True. Very much so. I don't know if we've learned anything crazy since the last time, but perhaps. I guess we're always learning crazy things, honestly, so.
Could I have Mason and Nathlor roll perception checks, please?
Sure. We're being spied on by Spymaster Seer.
21. Oh, I'm rolling today.
9.
Okay. As Garnet and Inaros are having this conversation, and you're kind of standing more in the back, the Phoenix is looking over at you.
It's like lean around like the Garnet and ours.
It actually, you know what? It's not looking at you. It's just sort of looking in your direction.
Like behind us? Or like
Iolham's
the
just
direction?
standing. Iolham's just standing there waiting for everyone to be done.
What you looking at?
Oh, the Phoenix is looking over here.
Turns. Oh. Yeah, I guess so.
Inside check on the Phoenix.
Go for it. It's a supernatural creature, so this will be a disadvantage. It's hard to read.
Oh yeah, let me do a second. And take the lower of the 2, which is gonna be a 12.
12. Unless you have anything to throw at that.
Now let the 12 ride.
Bird. Kind of hard to read a giant fiery bird. Facial expressions, movement, etc. You got any animal handling skills? No, it wouldn't quite apply. It's a
No,
supernatural
but
entity.
with my perception, the heat field the Phoenix pushes out. Is it about standard, or am I feeling there's some kind of hostility towards?
It's about standard.
Hmm.
You don't know enough about magical creatures to see if that's like a death glare or whatever.
Yeah. If I can't feel it like a heat wave, then so it's looking in this direction. That's science, baby.
Maybe it just likes our outfits. Who knows?
Maybe it hates mine. I didn't come in Brontha colors.
True. You stand out, maybe.
I thought it would be like more of a dignitary kind of thing, but it's starting to regret it, honestly.
You can find another outfit for next time, next year.
Garnet and Aros will go for the hand kiss to bid you farewell. And I shall await the evening when I see you again.
All right, see you soon.
And
It's
he
back
will
to
go.
the party who are gossiping.
What's in the box?
Holding the scepter. This?
Oh,
Ooh,
isn't it cool?
very
waving
pretty.
Shiny.
How weighty does it look?
It's not solid gold, but it's pretty heavy.
Is it aesthetic, or does it have function besides looking very pretty?
Can you beat someone with it?
You definitely could beat someone with it. It might damage it.
Hits Athalor by feeling how fragile it is.
It's more likely to bend or deform. Actually, you know what? It looks like it should bend or deform. It doesn't at all. And it does hurt. It does hurt.
Yeah.
You could wield it as a mace.
Has some weight to it, looks like.
Yeah.
Oh.
Feels like it's got some fucking weight to it.
So no magical properties?
I didn't say that.
Am I afflicted with any curses of Sailor?
Nope.
Can I Arcana
You just
check it?
roll an Arcana check, yeah.
Also have a scroll of identify if need be. Oh,
This
never
is
mind.
definitely radiating magical power. Divine in nature, you would say.
What does the thing on it say? Is it an inscription or something, right?
Yeah, some Zalar stuff for sure. I'll have to figure out how this works. He didn't leave a manual.
Not. I'm so cool in my Phoenix armor in RS.
It's kind of a nice gift. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for you guys to top that.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat the Grand Marshal of Brontha.
Oh, with that attitude.
It's just can do, you know?
Alham sort of chuckles at that.
Yeah, do have an idea though, so gotta pop off at some point to go try to find that.
Oh, secret mission of gifting.
Yeah. I figure when we maybe go for like nap time before the, midnight thing. Well, I guess we had to go before places like people sleep the night, but yeah. During nap time.
Garnet, I have to admit, I feel like I've been upstaged here. You had a much more interesting idea than seeing the springs. Do you have any other ideas?
No, is it noon? almost noon yet? Should we head back?
Noon happened. Noon was when everyone threw the
Oh.
paper in the fire. That was noon. So we're in afternoon now.
Oh, okay.
Apologies.
You
have until dusk. Dinner needs to happen
well.
at some point during this time. So like you'll have kind of a early afternoon before dusk dinner with Marisol, and in your conference room, and anyone else that you choose to invite. You do have time for a nap. You have time to take a break if you want. Get out of the sun. It's less than 6 hours, but it's around 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah, it's summer, so dusk is going to be a while.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone else you want to go visit Garnet, perhaps you can split off. Ethel and I can go get the thing, perhaps.
You guys need to go gift shopping for me. I can split off
A little bit.
Okay. Okay, I won't stop you. Okay.
You know, it's just wanted to be presented properly, and like with some surprise to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go catch up with Inaros. He's not too far away.
You could go
and-
flying.
True.
Yeah, kind of looks at the caretaker like
Split
go with
custody.
them. Kind of want to help them find what they need. Or
Pauses for a moment. Hold on. The DM pauses for a moment.
We'll be okay.
I would
think-
like to continue accompanying you, if that's all right, Garnet. I'd be happy to get guidance for the two of you, though. Don't want you getting lost in the crowd.
I think if there's anyone here apart from you who knows how to navigate a city, it's probably Sven.
Very true.
Actually, she has a background feature for that, so yes.
Oh,
he's like,
good read.
Meet the
Sure,
Brontha
she's
Spy
already-
Master, huh? Wonder if he has any interesting stories about the last few years.
I'm sure he does. Sure he does.
Right. So she will definitely go off that way. Because it's going to take you a few minutes to get back to the palace and back to Seer's Spytorium, I'll go ahead and start with Garnet while the two of you navigate.
Yeah.
You can
I guess chases after Inaros if he just
Mhm.
walked off somewhere or if he's getting ready
he
with
stops
the Phoenix.
yeah, he was like messing with the saddle and talking to some guards and giving orders, but if you're walking back, he's going to go ahead and he'll make time for you. Absolutely.
Hey, I need you to keep me busy for the next 20 minutes until my friends get back with gifts.
Fitting. Of course.
Kind of need to match how good this is, so
Well, they need
we'll need time.
Distant laughing.
And how do you say it?
Agelham.
Agelhan is with us because
He doesn't-
he is ordered to be, and she says this to him
Because
like,
it's mandatory.
He does not respond.
Like Inaros doesn't respond, or
He doesn't respond. Well then, this way. There's a shaded place where we can speak.
Okay.
I'll have refreshments.
Walks off and like awkwardly is like just has to ignore him, I guess.
Agelham is just gonna sort of give you like a, "You're good. I get it," and he's not gonna follow. He's gonna stay like close, but not like watching you the whole time. You know what I mean? Like you go into a little secluded mini garden area. He's standing a bit of a ways around the corner, so you know he's there, but he's not within eavesdropping distance. You look as radiant as the sun today.
Oh, it must be because of my new hairbrush. And she kind of pulls it out, starts showing like all the things they bought, and maybe like if he allows it, like sees that his hair was like a little messed up from the Phoenix ride. So she's like, "Look how soft this feels, no tangles." And she's like behind him, like brushing his hair, and his hair is very
Yeah.
soft. So she's like, "Wow."
He is not going to stop you from doing that.
Smells your hair.
Sniffer.
Wow, your hair is so soft. What's your routine?
Well, there's a couple of alchemical compounds that I've come to rely on from a very reputable dealer. I think some of it's just genetic. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, no, but all of this takes a lot of work.
Really?
Right. Oh, we're gonna have dinner later. Are you joining us? I don't know if it's how private it is, but maybe you're busy.
I will always make time for you, Garnet. What's the occasion and the circumstances?
I don't know. I think it's kind of my birthday today. So
It is your birthday today.
we're gonna have some dinner later, just to get away from all the hubbub. So if you want to get away from that, or if you have duties or something, don't want to distract
My
you.
duties can wait.
Okay. Well, you are in charge of also entertaining me for the next 30 minutes.
All right. He's just gonna do. He's gonna like now that you're in this more secluded area. He's drops a lot of the formality. He is leaning in across the table so that he can speak in a softer tone. Not like I'm being whispered, not like we're being spied on, but more like this is just for you and me. And I don't have everything that he's going to talk about because I don't have his actual job or live inside of his head 24/7. But he is going to not necessarily make small talk, but he wants a chance to actually catch up with you and talk with you for the next 30 minutes or so. And he's a very practiced conversationalist.
Who's more normal. Cool. That's good.
Yeah. He's a lot more normal at this point. Meanwhile, Athalor and Mason have made their way to the palace, only getting a little bit lost, and only getting challenged by one guard who Sven was immediately trying to figure out how to get around him. And then you were able to just pull like, I'm here. Oh, right.
Speaking of guards, Athalor's doing a quick tally in his head as we go past him of how many guards have this golden phoenix symbol, the badge.
None of the palace guards. Roll a history check with advantage, please, from Untermaller's war class.
23.
23. So, most of the guards who are wearing that insignia are not city guards. They are from out of town. Or they're wall guards. They don't guard the inner district. They are not the palace guards. As marshal, Inaros's duties have less to do with internal security and more to do with external security. So sentries, early warnings, early defenses against incoming enemies on the outskirts and in the front, the borders, is much more his job. There are a decent number of them. Security's been increased, and he brought a lot of his retinue with him here. He's also been training people who are from Brontha who are going to be leaving because they've been working to rebuild their forces, and the people who are in his army are going to be wearing that insignia, but they're not going to be assigned to the capital long term. Their numbers are slowly growing is what I would say.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure Sven is still planning about slipping past the guard, maybe pushing him to menu it up.
Or we could just ask because we're celebrities.
Yeah, the not fun way, but gets the job done.
I have a thought about working off a seer. He
Let's hear it.
Likes exotic things.
Very much so.
In the whole, I have some exotic materials, noble brass, that might interest him. Or
in the portable.
Yes, in the portable hall.
All right.
Did you bring that?
Probably always. It's just like a piece of fabric, right? Probably usually just have it with you.
It's easily brought with you.
I figure it's always in Mason's bag, but
yeah.
All right, cool. Carry on.
Might be worth something to sear, or if not, I have some bits of a demigorgon.
Maybe that would interest him. Yeah, I mean, we have to wait for him to want to negotiate or something, right? We can't start off just be like, oh, here's a bunch of things. Got to be like, oh, Garnet's birthday. If that's not enough, then okay, what about some information of things that we learned, and then the physical things next.
Yeah, and I'd have to bring it from home because I didn't bring samples of a dark magic creature to Garnet's birthday party.
Wow, really? Why not?
That didn't think I was gonna need it.
Well, here's that situation. You never know. I carry around Demogorgon on you. But no, I mean, we can go back for it at some point. Surely he knows we're good for it if we're off.
I think we've always been good for these things. All right, I'll let you lead on this since it's your present.
Sure. Try to knock on the door or something.
It opens like on the first knock. Mage handed in. Athalor, Mason, Sventisco. An honor. Please come in. Sit.
Hello. I don't know if you've met before, Sven. Seer.
He stands up and gives her a very formal, very polite bow. He sort of nods hesitantly. We have 2 women blessed by the gods in this city. What a day. What a day.
Nothing gets past you. Which is exactly why we're here, actually. I'm sure you know it's Garnet's birthday today.
I'd heard rumors.
Rumors, right.
Nothing does get past you.
I was hoping you might be willing to acquire some information for Garnet's birthday on, her behalf.
You really do know how to shop for a friend. Some things in life are more valuable than others. I respect that. What exactly are you in the market for?
Are you aware of the, mask wielders? Are you familiar with the term?
Yes, I am.
Are you familiar with any of them?
1 or 2?
Would that be information you'd be willing to donate to a good cause? I.e. Garnet. She's been doing some research.
Roll insight checks, please. And I'm going to pull up Spymaster Seer, who, obviously has a pretty good deception roll. Who, even if he's
20.
not lying, again, I use this for playing it close to the chest.
I'm gonna insight myself here too. No, I'll rather guidance.
Okay.
23.
I really wanted mine to be better, but 17s.
It's okay, bud. You can have mine.
Yeah. Muted?
Mason, you got +1 XP.
Hell yeah. Leveled up.
But you didn't really get anything off of him.
Fair.
Athalor, you are getting the impression that his reluctance to share this information is not based on the angle and what he can get out of it. And it's not based on national security. It has more to do with actual difficulty. Like, he's trying to think how to do this. Like, there's some sort of problem with delivery.
Is he giving straight eye contact during this?
No. He's
Looking
doing
anywhere in particular?
He's looking off into the middle distance.
Enigmatic. Or any help you'd need in acquiring or sharing that?
The only thing that I need from you, dear friends, is the one thing that you may not have.
I mean, there's a chance. What was it?
Time.
Time.
I'm
How
afraid
much
this particular
time?
gift is going to be belated.
And late birthday gifts are still birthday gifts.
Yeah.
I would recommend getting a little something today and maybe writing it on a scroll what you got her or telling her there's a surprise or something. You don't want to be completely empty-handed.
No, of course not. But why would this require a lot of time?
Well, you want to make it special, don't you?
Acquire information that you don't already have, then?
On the verge of a breakthrough?
Let's say that she's likely to already know most of what I know about the two mask wielders I'm aware of.
I wonder if those are the same that... Well, probably then.
As a gift, of course, I'd be happy to provide this. I think it'll be fascinating for all of us. But do get her something today, as a placeholder. That's not statecraft advice. That's human.
Person to
He
person.
wouldn't say human. That's interpersonal advice.
You wouldn't happen to also have any strange, interesting things, tangible things, then, would you? Here would be much more interesting to Garnet than just something from
now
the
you're asking for
shops.
two separate things, Mason. Let's not get greedy. Let's not impinge upon my generosity.
we could trade for value, equal value, perhaps, of this one.
I heard that you have a new pet.
Yes, I do.
It's not the most uncommon, but a small venom sample would help me with my cataloging of the various derivative subspecies thereof. You get me a little bit of your new pet's venom, and I'll give you an interesting trinket in return.
Should we have known Lexi's venomous?
Probably.
Well, it
Feels like a
hasn't
significant oversight.
bit us or spit poison at us yet.
The tail.
Oh. The
Haven't been stabbed
tail.
by the tail yet. That's that'll be it.
Makes
Shouldn't get
sense.
stabbed by the tail.
Makes
Hopefully
sense.
never. But you don't need to get something particularly fancy, just something small, nice, that you make sure that she knows that you've thought about her and that she knows that something even bigger is on its way.
Yeah.
She has the satisfaction of something now and the anticipation of more to come.
It's even better. She said she loves surprises.
Well, if she wants a petrified imp, I have one of those.
A petrified imp.
Mm-hmm.
Looks to Athlor. You think she'd like a petrified imp?
She's got a living one currently.
Is it disobedient?
I think it's pretty locked down, actually.
So you don't need to
pretty
make an
obedient.
example. That's good. That's good.
What about Master Seer? In your duties, do you have anyone who does portraiture as an ally?
Absolutely.
Maybe Mason, you could have a portrait artist do Garnet with the Phoenix at night.
Would, yeah. I'd do that.
I'm
Sure,
sure
she'd
you
appreciate
have
a
to
good
make
piece of
many
art.
realistic wanted poster.
I also know who likes the finer things in art. I will make that connection. I'll have the details delivered to you at dinner tonight.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. Always a pleasure to see you, gentlemen. Francisco, charmed to make your acquaintance.
Good to see you again, Master Seer.
Awaiting the details and the information in due time, I guess. I'm sure you'll
Things
reach
are worth
out.
waiting for. Always,
when you have it.
always.
Do you have like an estimated time? Probably not. No, that's fine. Surprise for all of us then.
Do you have an estimated time on your latest research project?
We had a couple of those, I suppose. Not sure which one you're referring to. He knows. Yeah.
It's insight check on Seer again.
Okay, roll it.
Oh, I don't think this one's particularly necessary, but 15. I don't think he's trying to deceive me. But we'll see. 3.
He has no idea.
Oh shit.
He knows you're spellcasters. He knows you've got research projects going on. He knows that as soon as he mentions one, the one that you are worried about him knowing about will come to mind, and then you'll think that he knows everything.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
Also,
Alright, well-
when you said as it opened, if it was mage handed, could we tell if it was being cast by him?
It was. Roll an Arcana check.
Hmm.
It looked like a mage hand, but it was not.
Interesting.
It was a.
He's got the clapper door.
It was a spiritual extension of him.
Oh.
Interesting.
It wasn't a spell. It's more like this spiritual form reached out to open the door, and then from him, and then vanished.
Alright, Mason, like, slightly flustered by the, like, thinking that he knows things. Like, alright, point taken. Have a good day. Starts walking towards the
Gonna
door.
require some field trips out to the northeast.
All right. And where are you going to head afterwards? We're going to cut to Garnet in a moment, but are you just heading back to meet her again?
Flo, are you getting something?
Agilham's helping me with my gifts.
Alright. Sounds good. We can head back then.
Yeah. I think I'll probably give it to her after we get home. Don't know if it will hit the right vibe with the party. It's more of a, solemn, nice, quiet gift.
I get you. I want the right environment for it.
Cutting back to Garnet as the sun continues to make its journey across the sky, gradually heading towards the horizon, though it's still late afternoon. You've just been chit-chatting with Anaros back and forth. You've learned a little bit about what he's up to. His duties as marshal, he's like managing them, but he's barely being asked to do them at all right now. His main job right now is to bolster the spirits of the people of Brontha. He's bonded with this, so a lot of like PR and publicity and morale stuff. After all the devastating losses that they suffered, he is trying to be a symbol of hope, and the council is letting him do so.
Okay. Cool.
He doesn't talk shop
Very
the whole
much-
time. That's just something that he would have shared that as part of it. Go ahead.
I guess she feels like relieved that he's sort of parading around, I guess.
Mhm.
That he's taking care of everything. Yeah, she's just feels more at ease and I think more herself and more comfortable as they're just kind of sitting alone, just away from all the crowds and whatnot. So would probably send a message to the party like whenever they're done their stuff when she can rejoin them and otherwise chilling.
All right. Do you talk about anything in specific, or do you make him do the talking?
Make him do the talking and the asking of the questions, and she doesn't like want to vent about anything. It's kind of not his domain right now. So yeah.
Okay. Not long after, the party rolls up, and Agilham has a scroll tube that has been sealed with wax, and he offers it to Athalor.
Thank you, Agilham. I think we'll give it to her in a more quiet environment than the party, but I appreciate your help.
That seems suitable. Perhaps after nightfall. And then moments later, Garnet gets the message and emerges. Inaros gives all of you a bow, and unless you have anything for him, he will do another kiss to Garnet's hand and go back to his duties.
Well, I'm charmed.
That's like his thing. So, how was y'all's trip?
Productive.
Yeah. I'd say productive, fairly successful.
Got a scroll tube over my shoulder now. I think
Mason with absolutely nothing still. It's like, yep, it was productive.
It's working out. When's dinner with your mum?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
long.
Is it almost dinner time?
Do you want a chance to wash up, clean up, freshen up, and everything before food? Let's head back.
Walking around all day.
All right. He'll lead you back. The journey back is relatively uneventful, relatively quiet. It is very hot. But once you get into the gardens, it's much better. And after that, you get inside, and some of these chambers are magically climate controlled. Not all of them, but some of them. Shortly after you arrive, there are staff here who are ready to draw hot baths or cold baths, depending on what you want. Get you the whole royal pampering treatment, whatever you need in that regard.
You can get your hair brushed with your new accessories.
Oh, yeah. Having my aerial moment, you know.
Thriving. A small crab brushes your hair.
Yeah. I actually have my hairbrush here.
As you go in there, Agalham is going to go ahead and I'll see all of you after dinner. When you're ready to set forth again.
Thank you for your help.
All right. And he'll go ahead and turn and walk out.
He seems really connected.
Yeah, really knows his way around.
I wonder what he does when not babysitting us.
I don't know. Also, Inaros like completely ignored him. It's kind of funny.
I think the Phoenix was looking at him.
At the caretaker?
Yeah, Agalham.
Oh, I guess that would make sense. But, I mean, why though?
Garnet.
Uh?
I'm being paranoid again.
All right. Actually, that's me.
Can I borrow the gem of true seeing?
Oh.
Okay. Gives it
Thanks.
over.
I just don't want him to make it look like you're you know, inspecting people. But I want to take a peek. Maybe he's just connected from a life of service.
Gnomes, do I know him? Like, I guess I should have asked this earlier, but
No, you've never seen him in your life.
is that weird? I should see everyone who works around.
No, there's tons of people in the capital, right? Like, there's tons of people. This guy just seemed very well connected, and you've never heard of him. But like, it could be a court politics thing. You don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you whether it's weird or not. I'm gonna let you decide if it's weird.
Did Inaros ignore him? Like, didn't even like perceive he was there, or to like intentionally acknowledge and then ignore him?
Is that a me question? It's a gnome's question. He just said
They never interacted. He let you sort of go forward and didn't step close when you were going to talk to Inaros and check out the Phoenix and all that stuff. He sort of gave you your space. And the one time that you mentioned him, that's when Inaros just did not react.
Yeah, he didn't react, which is weird. Usually, I don't know.
That either means he's a very known quantity or very unknown.
You want to go look for him again?
No. I figure that when we meet up with him again later, I'll just go off in the crowd and I'll take a look from afar with the gem.
Okay.
I expect it's nothing. I think I'm just being, you know. Ethelwald's worried again.
Yeah, I mean, you can never be too safe, I suppose.
Let's have dinner.
Okay. Let's go meet
Alright.
up.
Everybody washes up. And Garnet, if you want Inaros to be there, then he has now been invited and he will be there.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So he's there. Cyrus is there. Ruby is there. Like all of your little group, plus Marison, plus Inaros.
How's Marison around Inaros?
Roll an insight check.
Ethelwald's very tuned into these two. One of us has an army still. The other one doesn't. Oh, one muted somehow.
+1 XP. It doesn't really feel that career pride injury related. Seems more Garnet related. She's pressing X to doubt. She's making the press X to doubt face in her mind, but not outwardly.
I'm gonna need to see the seating plan.
She didn't make a seating plan. You can tell, even though like there are staff bringing in beautiful food and delicate sugar pastries with phoenix wings and just like all sorts of edible sugar glass, because it's the Feast of Glass from the first miracle. That's one of the things that they serve. Despite all that fancy stuff, Marisol has not made this a formal dinner. She did not put out the formal, she put out nice gilded cookware and stuff, but she's not going through the whole state dinner thing. She's trying to keep this fairly homey-ish. She's not trying to overwhelm Garnet with too much pomp and circumstance. So there's no seating plan. So where does everybody sit? Sven wants to sit next to Mason, obviously.
Yeah, that's the only thing that matters.
Can you bring up like a
give me
table
a sec.
room, or we can utilize it?
Yeah, let's plan it out, baby.
We're using the battle mat for
I just
seating
need to
arrangements.
see it.
No,
Is
I
there a
get
battle
it.
mat better than a dinner table?
I could swear I had a room somewhere around here.
It's okay, we could just use the war room, maybe.
I swear I had a specific room for this. It's fine.
Ooh.
We cope. Dining room. Yeah, this will work. This will work great.
Bam.
I mean, the
Our
last
little
time we were
tea room.
here was and Naros was involved anyways. All right. I'll go ahead and start putting all y'all on the battlefield. We have the old token for Athalor here. Wow.
Oh, yeah. A long time ago.
Mm-hmm. That was a whole character sheet ago.
I thought I was going to try and sit on the other side of Marisol, assuming that Marison's going to try and sit next to Garnet.
Marison's actually just not going to sit until everyone else is seated.
Oh.
Which there's a moment where Inaros is standing on protocol because the general hasn't sat yet.
Oh.
So
Which
just
means
empty
that-
seats.
Oh yeah, same, not
which
sitting
means
yet.
that everybody else, she go ahead, sit wherever you'd like.
Oh, okay.
Sven, we got Cyrus, we got Ruby. All right, player character privilege. Go first.
Assuming Marison's gonna be at the head of the table, I'll just sit here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe across from Mason, that works, and or wherever.
Probably have a
Assuming-
space next to Garnet, since he gets to be next to Garnet all the
Cyrus.
time.
There's actually
Yeah.
there's 4 chairs here, so we're gonna be a little bit packed in on the
Yeah.
map, but that's fine. Yeah, Sven is gonna sit here. Cyrus is gonna sit here because we are playing it cool. I need to grab. All right, Cyrus is in the cuck chair. Where did?
God damn it.
This Nico seat, for real.
All right. Put Ruby here. And that's... I'm not missing anyone, right? Yeah, I'm not missing anyone.
Huh? We're good.
All right. Given the environment, Inaros will sit opposite the general. Unless Garnet is, like, deliberately saying, giving any indication that she wants him to sit there.
Oh, I mean, wait. So no one's sitting next to me?
You know, Inaros would, like,
Yeah.
pause for a moment when he sees that.
Athalor did leave a spot for an Aros.
All right, yeah. he'll his I wouldn't have you sitting alone overrides his duty protocol, all that stuff. So, behold the seating arrangements. Marison will remember this. The whole time during dinner, which is fantastic, by the way, and there is a small amount of spiced wine served to everybody, like a little kitty cup of spiced wine. Must be like you're almost grown-ups, but nobody here is getting messed up. The whole time, Marison is a little awkward. You know, she's a leader. She's a strong leader. She inspires people. People obey her and such. But the presence of so many people here means that she cannot be entirely honest with her daughter because it's not private. So instead, she is going to be a polite host and is going to ask questions of people and get them to talk about themselves because she doesn't really know what to talk with a bunch of kids about. But other than that, that's sort of the direction that she takes the conversation. Inaros is much better at this. He also asks people questions, but it's in that much more like, that's so fascinating, tell me more, but not as obviously fake as that. And he'll listen to anybody who talks the entire time. I'm rolling an insight check for Cyrus real quick.
Oh, Cyrus. How is it over there in the sneaker seat? It's quite the view.
Calculating. Error. Can't get a read.
It might be the spiced wine.
It might be the spiced wine. He does his best to be completely normal. Give me a sum. You can go into full roleplay if you want. Otherwise, you can give me a summary of like how you treat the dinner and how you interact.
It's more just looking at her mom and trying to converse with her and sort of how she's leading the conversation, I guess.
If you're ever trying to talk to her, if it's not rude, she'll like just go ahead and address you one-on-one. And sometimes it's like that whole I'm talking to you, but the whole table can hear just so they're not excluded. And sometimes it's like we're having a side conversation at the table. And she's trying not to be the worried mom of like, are you doing well? Are you okay? How's everything? She does slip in some comments about, have you found a good place to pray yet today? A place that rests well with you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had something written to follow up your prayer if we were doing any kind of speech or something like that. We were busy with Agelhan, is that his name? We were busy with that fellow Agelhan, who was giving us a tour, and we did some shopping. We stopped by an orphanage, and it's just been a really busy day.
Oh, that's wonderful of you. That's wonderful.
Insight check on orphanage.
Insight check on, does she know the name of the guy I just said?
She's acting like you had a weird pause in the middle of talking.
What the fuck?
Like she got the part about you being busy and the part about visiting the orphanage. Not that whole middle bit.
Why are you giving me that look? I mean, I like kids sometimes.
Oh, that's wonderful of you, Garnet. It really is. It's doing everything that we can for those who need our protection. It's as it should be. It's our duty. And I'm proud of you for that. And the rest of you too.
Thank you.
But prayer doesn't, and I would love to see what you wrote.
It was just like a thankful speech. And why, do you want to approve it?
No. I just want it. I take joy in what's in your heart. That's all.
Can you practice it with us?
We don't have to do anything public or formal. And like, I'm not going to charge you an insight check for this. She is being protective of Garnet right now. Like, in terms of not wanting to make her do anything big that she doesn't want to do. Not wanting to embarrass her, not wanting to put a spotlight on her, etc. Like, she's a little overprotective mom about that right now. Prayer doesn't have to be a grand thing for rituals and such. I mean, I've said it before. I've always relied on my mind and my steel and those who fight next to me more than anything else. And from time to time, the stupidity of my enemies. But in the moment before blood is spilled and steel is drawn, I ask for guidance. I ask that if I die, it not be meaningless. And that's purely with me. It's purely me, and if I'm heard. It doesn't need to be a grand procession all the time. She slightly directed that at Inaros. Not like aimed directly at him, but more like caught him in the AoE.
Danger close.
And he just agrees with her, like, too true, too true.
I just am trying to get settled back in. Once I feel at peace, I will think of a good prayer. What I'm thankful for.
Anything standing between you and your peace. And I feel like you deserve to ask for something.
Oh, no, just getting away from the crowd was nice. I mean,
no. I mean, you have a lot to not be grateful for, and a lot of things that don't require thanks. I feel it would be right for you to ask for something.
Looking at the party, or at least Mason from across the table, so she's not like can't really look at Athalor with Inaros in the way.
Just going around.
Just smiles comfortingly.
Just trying to.
This guy like she needs rescuing.
Yeah, this is like a rescue me look to Mason.
Athalor leans forward. Marathon, what was your mother like? Like, clearly this is a very strong line of women. Was your mother instrumental?
She was more involved in the forging of weapons, though she knew how to use it. Every single Bronthan does. I grew up next to her in working the forge hand in hand. My father was actually the warrior, a Phoenix Knight. And she'll go on to talk about that for a bit.
Athalor kind of makes that small talk as well, like talks about learning to use the great sword, maybe tries to pick up some tips from these two. And then, like, tries to check in on Garnet as best he can with Inaros between them. See if she's recovering from conversational trauma.
Just kind of realizing how more awkward things became as she's kind of breaking the illusion that everything is fine. And excuse me, I'm just gonna grab something from my bag, and she heads out with her bag at her seat.
Okay. A moment of awkward silence, and then Inaros goes, Cyrus, the work of a healer is invaluable. Tell us what you're studying. And he's gassing up Cyrus, and Cyrus does not know how to feel about it. Do Mason or Athalor want to say or invoke anything here, or do we want to cut to Garnet real quick?
Oh, I can cut to Garnet.
Yeah, cut to Garnet.
Okay. Garnet, where do you go?
Just like out in the hallway, kind of trying to, kind of really anxious, and it's just taking a second to get away from that. stands out in the hall, and maybe after a couple minutes, we'll come back in.
Okay.
Well, when Garnet comes back in, Athalor's like asking after, like, so when you finish like learning Arcana at Ioth Academy, are you gonna come back here? Is it gonna be like a exchange of knowledge? Because obviously, like, I think most of the priests here are it's schooled in divinity rather than Arcana. It's going to be an interesting cross exchange of ideas.
What's most important? You're talking to Cyrus, right?
Or
to Ruby.
Ruby, the more divine
I think
one.
Ruby will talk about how the line between the arcane and the divine is not as solid as people think. Dragon-blooded sorcerers, sure, they have, innate magical power, but they're ultimately descended from the 10 gods of Okarthal. All of these different gifts and powers that we draw upon were placed here or set and ordered by the sovereigns and the titans. So it's just a different way of understanding creation. That's the conversation you walk back into, Garnet.
Okay. Just eating or whatever we're doing.
Do you want to draw close on the scene? Like, it goes on for an hour or two,
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Marison will ask Garnet to hold on for just a moment as everyone else starts leaving.
Sits there like she's in trouble.
Once everybody has departed, she'll go ahead and say, I didn't want to embarrass you or make you a fuss, but... And she goes off to the side and opens up a wooden chest with a bow around it.
You got me a gift?
Yes, it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
She opens it.
It is a dagger.
It's a mimic. It needs you a dagger.
There's
thanks.
there's a garnet in the pommel, and it's exquisitely made. It's not nearly as ornate as everything else. Like, it's got gilding work on it and some of those same themes, but it's really just like a really nice dagger.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Oh, I did ask for something with a garnet in it. This is cool.
I always want you to be safe no matter where you are. I never want to lose you again.
Yeah. Well, until I kill all the infernals, there will never be safety. Yeah, she just starts like jokingly stabbing the air. I'll kill everything. Jokingly.
Oh, jokingly. All right. She, like, for a moment, she's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, oh, she's kidding, obviously.
She was kind of serious about the infernal part, and then she just starts doing the stab thing. So mixed
she kind of
on that.
chooses to take it as it was all a joke and you were just doing like the deadpan serious and then, just kidding. Because clearly her daughter is too intelligent to think that she's going to kill all the infernals, right? Yeah, that's not. There's that thing with Boreas, though. No. Clearly not. This is all internal. Outside, the sun is setting. It's not yet sundown. But you're starting to kind of see the fire lights, the torches, the candles throughout the city starting to become distinct from the light of the sun. Mason, what, if anything, do you want to do?
As we're heading out?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Don't think too much. Just be kind of chatting about dinner with Sven. I guess looking out for Seer said he would make some contact about the painting thing over dinner or after dinner.
It'd be waiting for you outside. Information on
okay.
a local painter who I will have time to make up between the episodes.
Is Argohan visible in the gallery below?
He is outside in the garden, sort of like standing by the door, like a guard, but he's not a guard.
From like a little bit away, to not trying to appear too rude or suspicious, Athalor will try and activate the Gem of True Seeing and look through it towards Agelham.
Okay. As you do.
Oh, muted.
+1 XP. As you do, as you like start to raise it, his hand closest to you lifts. And it just does like at his waist, sort of a and his hand goes back down.
So it just goes like a.
You can still shoot the shot if you want. I'm not going to stop you. He's not going to stop you.
I don't know. I thought I was going to respect his wishes because he was very helpful to Athalor. And Athalor kind of has some suspicions as to what Agelham might be, but for now, we're just going to leave them as suspicions.
Okay. The night is approaching, and unless any of you have anything that you want to do, people are congregating towards the temple in the west for sunset. The music has taken on a different tone because the sunset dusk is associated with death. Not the state of being dead, but the crossing point. Life and birth are the crossing points. Or birth and death are the crossing points. Life and renewal are the states of being. Either alive and walking through the four kingdoms, or returned to the world to be unraveled and woven into many, many new things. So, at dusk, it's traditional to offer prayers and remembrances for the dead, for the recently dead, those who have died since the last year. It's traditional to light a candle or burn incense in that person's honor. There is a big ceremony happening over at the temple in the west, which was, I think that's the one where you exploded as the sun set. I can't recall. When you were reborn. I think you died there and you were reborn in the temple on the north, which is renewal. Agelham will collect you, barring any objections on your part. He's just waiting there for when you're ready to roll out.
Yep.
Okay. And he will lead you through the city into a small shrine nearby the Ziggurat Temple of Death, of Dusk. And then into a crypt. Well, no, they don't crypt. They burn their dead. Into a small side passage where he
did
points.
Athalor scan him yet?
Oh, you two, yeah. You two should hang back and have this conversation while he's out in front.
Mm-hmm.
So he can tell you what happened.
I was going to, and like I don't think he saw me, but when I was going to like raise it up to my eye, he put his hand up to try and stop me. I was like, I felt mystical and like we had a connection, so I didn't do it. But if you want to have a look, like here you go, you can have it back.
This is to me, and the bro is at the front.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did he like feel the presence of you about to gem him? Is that then he noticed, or what?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I'll take the gem and pop it.
Okay. As you go to activate it, he stops walking. Do you proceed? His hands are at his side. He's not doing anything. He just stopped walking.
So as I'm like taking the gem, he stops walking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like as you're lifting it up to take a look.
That's
he
strange.
stops
That's
walking.
weird.
He's not doing anything else.
How does he know?
I just won't. I'll just pop it. I don't know what he's stopping for.
Okay. You pop the gem of true seeing. and dusk gives way to brightest noon. Unspeakable light and radiance and fire blasting out in every single direction, passing through everything nearby as if it was enough to destroy it and render it unto ash. And yet this burning corona eternally emanating outwards from this figure harms nothing, harms no one. He is clad in bright golden cloth, and from his back stretch two enormous burning feathered wings, the very flames of the phoenix. And you know I gotta stop it there. We'll see you next time on Book of Dawn Ioth Academy.
Oh,
I knew that guy was Sailor.
God damn.
Bye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Bye now. Goodbye.